I'm here. I'm tired, but I'm here and I have a headache. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen. I have a glass of matcha. I have sparkling water. I have Punchacram. And I have juice. I have many liquids here to hydrate me. So don't ask me if I'm hydrated. I am. I just have a headache from stress. Don't overexert yourself. I'm already overexerted. I'm just telling you, man. Up and ready to go. Hey, we're up and ready to go. It's totally out of the time I usually stream, so ain't. We got to 400 on YouTube though. We got to 400 followers on YouTube. We got 400 subscribers on YouTube. That means 30 people within the last 2 weeks have subscribed to me. 2.5 weeks. Ain't that great? Ain't that awesome? Ain't that cool? I'm so tired. Fuck. I'm trying to also make a server for CottageCo because people are so confused about where to find information, and it'll be easier just to dogpile everybody into one spot. All the staff people, I mean. Sorry I couldn't help with the Discord today. My boss called me later. Oh yeah, don't tell you about the Discord. No worries. Hey Kenny. Hey Kenneth. We're gonna talk about One Piece. It's gonna be fun. And you might be like, Brutus, why aren't you currently talking about One Piece? I just got here. Give me a second. My god, I have a headache. Let me grab some ibuprofen now, actually. Because I'm gonna forget to grab it, and then I'm gonna have a splitting headache, and I won't do anything about it, and it's gonna suck. Let's grab, well there's only 2 people here. Let me grab ibuprofen. Also, I have a bunch of snacks around, and I don't know where they went. They're just around me. Around in the general sense, but not around me, where the hell are the freaking snacks? got in here? The cat got in my room. Oh no. The boy's in here now. Who else is here? Hey, Demon. Hello. We're gonna talk about One Piece. I have a really splitting headache though, so I had to leave and get acetaminophen. I need a paracetamol. Hi, second person on YouTube. I'm back. I have to set a timer for like 30-40 minutes for my dog because I was outside for 30 minutes. Because she was screaming, but I don't know why she was screaming. Set timer for 30 minutes.
Alright, 30 minutes. Starting now.
I think I know what I want to do for Joy Boy June to make it a community event. I have an idea in my brain. And I love making friends. So I have an idea in my head of how I want to make friends with other VTubers who like One Piece. I'm out of breath from running up the stairs. What the fuck? I have a vision in my head and a song in my heart. And a cat knocking shit around on my floor, and he needs to stop because he's very loud. Listen, Last of Me by Luca the Vocaloid. Listen to Last of Me by Luca the Vocaloid. Okay, why? Okay, not like One Piece. You don't like One Piece? This is a very strange community for you to be a part of if you don't like One Piece, because we talk about One Piece like a lot. Like a painful amount we talk about One Piece. I think the vast majority of my community likes One Piece. I don't think you're probably the only person who doesn't like One Piece. Is it in English? Okay, that's a stupid question. Now I think you're just baiting me. It's a stupid fucking question. It's been around for like 30 years. If it hadn't been dubbed, that would be like really confusing. It's a stupid question. No, that is a dumb question. It's like 30 years old. What the fuck? It's like, it's the fuck? Anyway. So in my head, I have an idea that's been rattling around all day. Here is the idea. So I said I was gonna make a Jolly Roger for myself because I thought it would be fun. But I thought it would be really cute and really good if I get a bunch of other VTubers and they also make Jolly Rogers and we all have we have like a grand fleet. I think that would be cute. And that'd be cute marketing. I can't remember when One Piece is supposed to come back though. This is tasty, good matcha. I didn't whisk it enough, it's a little grainy. But it's tasty. This is good matcha. It's a real song. I believe it's a real song. But I also believe that that's not what we are talking about currently. I also believe that what we're talking about isn't Vocaloid. Hey, Dragon. Sup, Dragon? How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. We're talking about One Piece. I have a headache, though, and I'm a little under the weather, and I'm a little tired. I feel like watching this one YouTube channel. He makes like some of my favorite One Piece videos because they make me giggle. I think we'll do that in a little while, after the stream starts up a little bit. So probably like a couple minutes. When we hit the 30-minute mark, I'll throw some videos on. But yeah, I have an idea in my head. But someone's gotta remind me. When does the quote-unquote season 2 of One Piece start? Shaw? Rakasha? You a surfer? One Piece finally ends. Yeah, it ends. It ends, soon. And then Elbaf is season 2, which is such a fun thing to think about. That One Piece may end with only 2 seasons. Or something silly like that. I never watched One Piece, but I love anime. One Piece is fantastic. It's a modern day Odyssey. Would highly recommend exploring and watching One Piece. Actually, our Joy Boy June event is about celebrating One Piece. Because I love One Piece, and I probably wouldn't have gotten back into VTubing if it wasn't for One Piece. So, yeah, it's gonna be a celebration of One Piece and as well as, you know, having fun. Hi, Cassie. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. We're on YouTube and Irium again today. Ooh, my neck broke. We're on YouTube and Irium again today. Yesterday was just Irium just because I couldn't be bothered and I was just tired. But we're doing shit correctly today. Everything is correct today. We're off schedule though by like a lot of hours because usually I'm here midday. But we're here at night, which is off schedule for me. I only watch anime with one season. Do you have any recommendations? Me, I recommend One Piece. That's true. That would be me. I would fucking do that. It'd be like, you want to watch an anime where you'll never have to want for more anime ever again. That's usually how I describe One Piece. People will be like, oh, One Piece is too long, I'm gonna complain and moan about it. And then I'll be like, as an adult, I got into One Piece. When I was younger, I wouldn't have watched One Piece. As a grown person, though, One Piece appeals to me because it's reliable. Whenever I want to watch something, I can just turn on One Piece. There's just a ton of One Piece to be watched, right? Hi, Skanka. Welcome, Skanka. It's real. She's old and she's reliable. You'll always have anime to watch. What about Cowboy Bebop? Cowboy Bebop's good. I watched that when I was little. When I was a child, I watched Cowboy Bebop on Adult Swim every night. It was very good. Very good. I like Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop, Gurren both amazing. Casher and Sins, that was fucking dope. I loved Casher and Sins. It was very good. Casher and Sins is like a very old anime though. Casher is like from the 60s, and then they made a new version of it in the 2000s, and it was really good, and no one talks about it. No one talks about Casher and Sins. I don't know why. Does anyone even remember it besides me? Does anyone fucking remember Casher and Sins, or is it just me that is remembering this one anime from like the 2010s? I don't know if that go live on YouTube, silly me. I am live on YouTube. I've been live on YouTube. I'm live. If you want to watch the YouTube version of this, jingle jingle. Hi, I'm on YouTube right now. Only Azzy's on YouTube though. What about Ruby? I watched a bit of Ruby when it was like early on, when it first came out. And then I watched like 2 or 3 seasons and then I stopped, like for no particular reason. And then I never picked it back up. So like, I've heard negative things. And I was like, it was fine last time I checked, but like, that was a long time ago. I have no clue if it's good or not. I'm assuming that it fell off the cliff because from what I heard, it fell off the cliff. It is. Like, it's good or it fell off a cliff? I don't know. That go on live on YouTube, silly me. It is good. Is it? Okay. There's cussing. Oh no, cussing. I cuss like a sailor, my man. I'm not scared of people cussing. I had somebody come onto my YouTube one time and demand I stop cussing because I was reading a book and they wanted to watch me read a book. Adio. Hi, Adio. Adio. Hi. It says only you're here. Hi, Adio. Crazy's also here. My cat. And Cowboy Bebop, they cuss. Yes, they do. They also smoke cigarettes. They also smoke cigarettes. My net is being funny today. What do you mean your net's being funny today? Is it not working? Oh, in my head too, I was like, we should do, okay, so in my head when I was thinking about Joy Boy June and how I'd like to host it, I would like to have a bunch of VTubers who are into One Piece. Everybody make their own crew, like their own Jolly Roger, and have their own crew. And then we have a little grand fleet where we do like a sake ceremony and everything the first day, and we all drink sake and we become a grand fleet, and it's really cute. That was my first idea. And then I also wanted to host days where we do like One Piece trivia events, and we do like whoever wins the trivia gets like a prize. We do like merch giveaways. And what else did I want to do? I wanted to play One Piece video games. I know there are One Piece video games, and I don't really play games, but I would totally play One Piece video game for Joy Boy June. That would be fun. And then the big event is us trying to finish the first like try to get to Alabasta, basically. We're gonna try to get to and through Alabasta, and then that be the end of it. Are we different pirate crews? Yeah, because we're a grand fleet. Everybody gets to do their own shit, but we're united as a united front. That's kind of the vibe. Like, I'll have my crew, and then another VTuber who is also into One Piece who's participating will have their own crew, and they'll have their own Jolly Roger. So on and so forth. Can I be? Yeah, you're a part of my community, so you're a part of my crew. That's how that works. My community is its own crew. Duh. My Senna loves One Piece. My Senna does not love One Piece. I don't think my Senna's ever seen One Piece. One Piece too long. I love One Piece. I love One Piece. Can I be in your ship? That's so silly. What if I want to be in a different crew? Well, you can be in a different crew. Everyone's doing their own thing. I'm not gonna hold you hostage. That's stupid. That's not how being a pirate works. It's fucking lame. You can be a part of whatever crew you want. Right? The VTuber is the captain of the crew. And they have their own Jolly Rogers. And I wanted to do a cover of We Are, but I didn't want to just do a cover of We Are. I wanted to get a bunch of VTubers who speak different languages and like do different music genres and shit. And I wanted them to sing their section in their own language. I think that would be cool. I think that would be very One Piece. I think that'd be very, very celebrating people's individuality. Like if you have somebody who's like a metal musician, get them to do it in like a metal vocals, and like maybe get like I don't want to just do the original backing track either. I want to get musicians who like are passionate about music to do, you know, the backing and stuff. I think that would be cool. Hi Jiven, I heard you're dying. Are you sick still? Stop dying. Get up, you're fine. Get up, stop dying. I like One Piece. Good job, Cassie. Welcome to the community. We all love One Piece here. I think that would be really fun, though. I think that would be the best way to do it. And I think, yeah, I think that would be the best way to do it. Everybody has their own little pirate crew, and everybody is a part of a grand fleet. We all get to do our own thing while also being a group, and I think that's nice. I think that's very One Piece. How you doing, though? How you doing, Kevin? I'm on the floor and I can't get up. Get up! You're fine. A Davy back fight. Do you want to do a Davy back fight? That would be really funny. Can one of the days just be a Davy back fight? I don't even know how we would do a virtual Davy back fight. I don't know how we would do a virtual Davy back fight, but that would be fucking funny. We like declare we'll have first mates, and then we can lose our first mates, or we'll put our mods up. We'll put our mods up. And then your mod has to go be a mod for the other VTuber for a week. You're my child now. Yeah. I would lose you as a mod so quickly, it'd be crazy. Mod swap. That's basically what the Davy back fight would be. It'd be like, okay, here's the Davy back fight. We're all gonna play one round of a fighting game, and if you lose your mod. Hi Gonzo, welcome back. I haven't seen you in 2 days. Independent captains of our ships under your flag. Exactly, that's a grand fleet. Mod swap. Mod swap. I'm no longer dying, just trying to get back to normal. Drink some soup. Drink some soup. I'm on the floor and I cannot get out. Yes, you can. Now, no, I'll lock in. Adio, would you be part of my crew? Would you be one of my mods that I could potentially lose in a Davy back fight? Would you want to risk it for the biscuit? Would you do that? Would you be in my crew and then have me put you up on the table to potentially lose you? No, he's Ice Cube. No, he said he has Stockholm Syndrome and he's part of my community now. He said that. That's what he said. And I also asked him to be one of my mods and he said yes. I just haven't given him any work. And he's a part of two crews. He's a part of two crews. Soup is for babies and old people. That's a lie. That's how I know you're not Hispanic. That's how I know you're not Hispanic. That is how I know you are not Hispanic. Die on the floor then. Stay on the floor and die. That's fine. Yes. Wait, have I walked in on? Oh, we're talking about Joy Boy June, which at donations for Joy Boy June today. It's in the description if you want to donate to support us for this. I said, we're talking about my One Piece event for June. It's gonna be really fun. Well, still Arc to our crew. Does Arc even like One Piece? Every captain has to be someone who genuinely likes One Piece. That's my only standard. You can't be a captain in my event if you don't like One Piece. If you're just doing it to be a part of the thing, I don't want you there. I want a bunch of people who are passionate about One Piece and are just here for a good time. It's called a joint operation. We would have to be co-captains. I don't do co-captain. Cramps my fucking style, bro. You only have to watch it for the first season of One Piece to join. That's it. That's true. Watch the first season of One Piece. Know what? No, I'll be kind. You can watch. No, actually, I'll be kind. You don't have to catch up to One Piece. You just have to be passionate about it and like it. That's it. That's all I ask. I ask for you to like it, like genuinely like it. That's all. That's all. I don't ask for much. I just want you to actually like One Piece. If I have to pull teeth with you and you're like trying to be fucking like a contrarian the entire time and ruining everyone's fun by being like, oh well, you know, One Piece is good and all, but blah, 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 blah. I don't want you there then. That's lame and you're being a joy kill. You're being a total joy kill. That's lame. Don't do that. That's lame. I can say till you reach Alabasta Arc at last. Yeah, you could, because, well, we're gonna watch One Piece together, so that's not really, like, a thing. I just need you to already like One Piece. Either read One Piece and be like, I enjoy this, or watch One Piece and be like, I enjoy this, and I want to enjoy it with people. That's it. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you for much. I'm really not asking you for much. But here's the thing, if I'm gonna have a call post for being like, I'm looking for a collection of VTubers who are passionate and love One Piece, I'm gonna find people who are going to cross that bar easily. It's not a really high bar to, you know, it's a very low bar. It has to, and for like, I said I was going to do like an opening. I was like, I want to cover We Are, or, God, what's the other one I'm thinking of? Fuck. It's the other one for after the time skip. Either one of those. I want people to I want to do a cover of it, but I want everyone, when they do their part, to do it in a different language. VR chat? No, we are not doing VR chat. Why would we do VR chat? Why would we do VR chat? What does VR chat do for me? Oh, and if you are a staff member for Cottage Co., I'm going to make a server, just so you guys are aware. I'm making a server so that you guys can be in there and get all the information you need in one spot. It'll be, have the staff information and all that kind of stuff. There'll be threads, so if you have questions, just go to the specific thread. The One Piece is real. I misheard. No, I didn't say I didn't say that. I said, I don't remember what I said because I'm tired. Fuck. I said everyone should do their part in a different language, which is what I would like. I would like everyone to do their section of the song in their own language. I think that'd be good. And I want to do I don't want to use just like a karaoke version of the backing track. I would like to get musicians who are passionate, and if they want to do a part but they don't sing, they can do like a guitar or the drums of it or something. So that way, it's like truly just like a love letter to One Piece. That's what I want. That's what I want to do. And then I want to play One Piece games, obviously. And as he just suggested that we do a Davy Back fight, I think that's hilarious. And the Davy Back fight would result in us trading mods if you lose. Like, if you lose your mod for a week. Your mod is now their mod for a week. And then we each have our own Jolly Rogers, and we have our own pirate crews. And we would become a grand fleet, and the first day of the event, we would watch the first, 4 episodes of One Piece. And we would do a sake ceremony where we all drink sake and agree to be a grand fleet together. And I think that would be great. I think that'd be fun. I wish I liked One Piece, but I'd be a poser to pretend to know anything, laugh my ass off. Well, the idea of Joy Boy June is to get people into One Piece. Is just to have a bunch of people who love One Piece be like, this is why we love One Piece. Look at how it brought all of these people together and how fun it is and how much fun we're having. Do you want to have fun? Come have fun with us. Have you never watched One Piece? Don't worry. Come watch One Piece with us. We love One Piece. We will watch One Piece with you and you will have fun. That's my idea. We can do Guess Who One Piece edition for the Davy bag fight. Nah, that's too easy. That's too lame. I want it to be something more intense. I don't understand how to host one Guess Who. That's why I'm not hosting it for our thing. Welcome, fourth person. Like my stream. Like my stream, you four people. Like my stream, four people. Hi, Oliver. Give my cat kisses. Give my kitty cat kisses. It would try. I want people who don't watch One Piece to get into One Piece. Already did. I know you did. Stick fight? Stick fight? Like, when you say stick fight, I hope you understand the first thing I think of is stick fighting, like, in Trinidad, where we do it for, Carnival. Which, like, how the fuck would we do that? We only do it during Carnival. We can't do stick fighting out of season. That would be weird. I haven't finished One Piece yet. You don't have to finish One Piece yet to be a part of the fucking Joy Boy event. The Joy Boy event is about having fun. It's about having fun. It's not about, like, knowing everything about One Piece. Hell, I doubt that every single person who loves One Piece knows everything about One Piece. I don't know everything about One Piece. There's a lot of shit I don't know about One Piece. There's a lot of shit I don't remember about One Piece. I would like to do a One Piece stock market check where we look at agenda piece and people come in and they tell me their agenda and I tell them how their stocks are looking. I don't push One Piece on people because it's the episode count, but I do recommend the live action, and I've been hyped up the Wit Studio remake. I don't know how I feel about the Wit Studio remake. I'm kind of like, I like the idea of it existing, but I don't know how I feel about it, because in my head I'm like, a part of why One Piece has such an impact on people is how much time we have spent together with the characters, you know? So part of me is like, this is helpful, but part of me is like, is this going to be the same experience? Absolutely not. There's just no way. There's no way this is going to have the same impact on the people watching it that One Piece has had on the rest of us the last 30 years. It's on Steam. It's just like a stick fighting game. I don't know what that means, because my brain think of actual stick fight, like sport. I don't think it's gonna be short by any means. Just better pace. Oh no, it's going to be significantly shorter. Like, I saw the number count for things. It is going to be insanely shorter. Like, they're going to somehow take, if I'm remembering correctly, they're going to somehow take Dressrosa and turn it into 13 episodes, which sounds to me like way too short. That is way too short. That's way too short, though. It's way too short. Like, I understand that Dressrosa's problem was that it was a chapter an episode, which is understandable, but, like, that tells you that there was a lot happening in that story. It was a lot happening. Like, it needs to be shortened, but I think 13 episodes is too short. There were so many things happening that were important. You have the whole flame fruit thing going on. You have everything that's going on with Law. There's like so much happening. How are you gonna sum that up in 13 episodes? I don't know. I'm not sure. But someone's gonna think of a way, I guess. So I'm not sure. There are 20 minutes. I don't know how many minutes the episodes are. That's the thing that makes me nervous. Because it kind of depends, obviously. It's like, if we're talking like a 30-minute episode, 13 episodes, then yeah, that probably would be enough time, I think. I think that's more than enough time. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably way more than enough time to cover everything. If it's 30-minute episodes and it's 13 episodes, alright, my hands are up, I'm not gonna complain. That's what it feels like speedrunning a series. Because, again, if we're spending, like, a decent amount of time each episode, then my hands are up, I feel like we're fine. But if we're going to do episodes that are, like, short, like, 18 to 20 minutes, that is not enough time. You do not have enough time. We just don't have enough time. Objectively. I think objectively we don't have enough time. One Piece is a very dense story, and the reason that it's impactful is because of all of this extra information you have. Like, the reason Kuma's entire shit hits as hard as it does is because you spend so much time with him. From, like, early story to when we do the whole flashback and he basically dies. We have so much time spent with him. It's why it hits so hard. I think that's great. I don't know how we're gonna... Bitch, how the fuck we doing Egghead? Okay, smartass. How are we doing Egghead? How are we gonna do Egghead? How are we doing Egghead? How are we doing Egghead, Wit Studio? How are you gonna sum that shit up? Because I think the pacing for this was great. I don't know how you're gonna make this shorter. I'm very interested in seeing how you make this shit shorter. Curious as hell. No way you can explore Dantara's and Rebecca's toy background as well as the fights. That's not long enough, yeah. Like, I think the Rebecca stuff needs to be trimmed out a lot. Because, like, if we're trimming out a lot of that fat, because the Rebecca stuff had a lot of fat on it. Like, I'll be real. Dressrosa did have a lot of fat on it because I rubbed my nose, I'm sorry. It had a lot of fat, the Rebecca story. It definitely needed to be trimmed down. But, like, let's be real. Was it... Maybe I'm just misremembering, but was it that much fat? Was the Rebecca thing taking up that much time? Am I just misremembering, or was that really taking up that much time that if we were to cut it down to 13 episodes, we wouldn't lose anything? Because if it was that much fat, damn. If it wasn't, how the fuck are you gonna make this story have the same emotional impact? I'm not talking about time. I'm talking about emotional impact. That's what I'm curious about. I'm curious how they're gonna plan on carrying that emotional impact all the way through. Because it feels like we're cutting out a lot of meat off these bones. And One Piece, like, thrives off of its ability to, like, spend almost too much time with you and can make emotional connections. Like, there's a reason why Bon Clay is the community's favorite, why we love him so much. There's a reason why we love Bon Clay. We spent no time with him, and then we spent a lot of time with him. And seeing him be like, you will be my best friends forever, and then disappearing, and then coming back and, like, actually meaning that. That's why, shh, don't remind me. I haven't seen it. You are spoiling things. But, yes. Good Q. What do you mean good Q? What does that mean? What does that mean? Wait, what? Bon Clay is the GOAT. Best Straw Hat. Wait, what? What? If you're on YouTube, as you just spoiled something. Episodes are usually 24 or something more, or sometimes more. I think they should be longer. For One Piece, we should be a little bit longer. We should be a little bit longer. Just a little bit, just a touch more. Just a little bit more. Good question. Yeah, see, I'm smart. He's alive. I think it'll be fun. See, this is why it'll be fun though. Get a bunch of One Piece nerds to sit and debate shit. Like, we were talking yesterday about why Luffy can use fire. We had a whole conversation about why we think Luffy can use fire. And I made a good point, I think, where I thought it was storytelling and visual telling and shit. You cannot afford to watch One Piece? What do you mean you cannot afford to watch One Piece? Oh, I thought my comment spoiled the Bon Clay somehow came back and officially joined somehow. Oh, no. As he already spoiled that my Bon Clay stocks are going to go through the roof soon. He already spoiled that my Bon Clay stocks are going to go through the fucking roof soon. Which I'm excited for. I'm excited for my Bon Clay stocks to go through the goddamn roof. Okay, I have to go grab Luna from outside because she's been outside for a while. I left my doggy outside because she was barking a lot and I think she needed to run around a little bit. I will be right back. Baby dog needs to come inside. I shall be back. I'm not muting or anything. My cat is in charge. Be nice to him. He's very stupid, but he's very passionate about things. Be nice to Oliver while I grab my dog. Alright. The alarm went off. Yes. I can be back now. Hello, I'm back. I went and got baby dog. She was outside. And so I was like, I'd be like, you left your dog at One Piece! One Piece! Hi, Fur. Hi. Hello. I forgot the alarm. I did not forget the alarm. I kind of forgot to turn it off, but I didn't forget it. I knew it was there. I just didn't press the button. Okay, do you guys want to watch One Piece videos? I do. Okay. There's a video I think is so funny. There's a video by this one YouTuber that I like that is so funny. God damn it, Robert. That's what I think about when I hear it. Yee. Okay. We're gonna watch One Piece videos. Hooray! I'm gonna pull them up on my browser over here first, and then I'm gonna just put the link in because I can't scroll for some reason on OBS. I don't know why. I am not OBS savvy. If you would like Sluicy to come and watch with us, feel free. We'll be on YouTube and also on Instagram as always. Let us look up. Okay. I forgot how to type this in. We're gonna watch the one about Dressrosa actually. No. Maybe I'll find the whole playlist because the whole playlist is funny. The whole playlist is funny. And I don't know if he has ones for Egghead now, but if he does, we get to watch the one about Egghead. Hooray!
This video is sponsored by
Okay, I found it. I found the playlist. I found the playlist. I want to share the whole playlist, though. Can I get the whole playlist? Mayhaps? No? Am I not allowed? Am I not allowed? Have you barred me, YouTube, from stealing your whole playlist? Okay, I'll do this then. I'm gonna... I wonder if this will work. Let's see if this works. Okay, we're gonna watch funny VTube video. Not VTube. YouTube. We're gonna watch funny YouTube video. What is this one? No, this is window capture. Hello? Oh yeah, I don't want to get rid of this browser because this browser is my funny video. I think is so funny. Where is browser? Browser. We're gonna watch this Mugiwara man. Mugiwara man, he is so funny, and I like him so very much. Oliver is back, and he's touching things that he should not be touching. Okay, we'll put this here. Yeah, we're going to watch YouTube. It's gonna be fun. If you like me and you want to see me do One Piece themed event, please feel free to donate and support me.
You know how
all of the
draining it
money
gets.
goes towards
That's when you discover
my One Piece event.
This video is
June.
sponsored by Squarespace, the amazing all-in-one website platform
It's
that makes
sponsored
managing
by
your brand
Squarespace.
easy
We're
and
not
unique experience.
sponsored by
More on Squarespace
Squarespace.
later in the video. You know, lately I've been thinking about how
Watch
this
me
whole
get
story has
copyright
gotten
struck for this
completely
man
out of
showing
hand. And
clips.
it's crazy how everything we're going through right now in the story, all of it, literally
do,
all
I'll
of it,
cry.
started when a bunch of lunatics decided to take off into the sea together. So in the spirit of nostalgic beginnings, I thought we'd take a look at the very first adventure that Luffy and his 4 friends from the East Blue went on together. That is right, everybody. We are taking a
Drew,
look
you're
at the
4
East
away
Blue
from
saga of One
400.
Piece.
I'm
and
already
proving
have
once and for all that
400
it is
on
hilarious.
YouTube.
So just to
4
set
away
the
from
stage, I
400
think it's
where?
important that we
On
take
Twitter?
a look at this adventure
On Twitter?
first through the eyes of Luffy's very first
On
stand,
Twitter?
and that would be Kobe, the guy
Okay.
who was on Elvita's
Okay.
ship. Now, Kobe's a
That's
cabin boy, and to be
exciting.
honest,
That's
the story
exciting.
of Kobe is kind of funny too. If I remember correctly, he literally just got on the wrong ship. And the ship that he got on just happened to be pirated by Alvita. And she from there sailed with him for, I think it was like a couple years. Like, I think it was a couple years he was just a cabin boy, basically a slave child on this ship with this very overweight woman. She treated him bad, she called him names, she made fun of him a whole bunch of times. Kobe's not living the best of lives right now. But Kobe's life is about to turn around, but not before it gets a whole lot weird.
Should we
See, a
do
bunch of
wanted
pirates on
posters?
Alvita's crew, they
I
find
think
this
that would be
barrel that's just
cool for like
drifting in the
announcement
ocean,
stuff.
and they rightfully
Everybody
assume, like, okay, this might
in my
have, like,
grand fleet
treasure
does a
or
wanted
supplies,
poster.
food, something. We might as well bring it
Would
up and see
everybody
what's
in my
inside.
grand
So
fleet is
imagine
wanted
their
by the
surprise
law.
when they open the barrel
Oh
and
my
it's not
god,
gold
wait.
provisions or gold or anything like that. It is
Wait, should there be people who are Marines? Can I give people the option to be Marines and they can just be dicks to us on Twitter? Can I be happy? For my One Piece event, I want there to be a group of people who are just Marines. I want there to be a group of VTubers who are just Marines. I want there to be a group of VTubers who are just like, I am the Marines and I hate you. I hate all of you. Like somebody's just like, I'm a vice admiral. I don't want to be a pirate. I want to be a fucking vice admiral and make your life harder for no reason. I'm gonna join the Davy back fight out of principle. I think that would be hilarious.
is a crackhead that has been sleeping inside of the barrel, just drifting aimlessly on the sea. So Kobe explains that this is Alvita's ship, and if she sees that you're here, this stowaway, then we're both going to be in a lot of trouble. But this sleepy crackhead doesn't care about any of that.
forgot,
He
I
looks
have
Kobe
tips.
dead in his eyes, and he's like,
I have
shut
tips.
up, dummy.
And I
I'm
have
going to be
candy.
king of the pirates. And then he just beats up everybody on Alvita's crew. So after all that fighting's done, Kobe and Luffy get into a smaller
And
boat, and they
for the
sail
water.
towards the closest island. And so when Kobe and
know,
Luffy finally
what
make it
snacks
to the
don't I
closest
have,
marine
bitch?
island,
The
it is
fuck,
revealed
I'm
that
so
there's a pirate
hungry.
hunter named Zoro who has been captured by the Marines and awaiting his execution. And upon hearing this, Luffy's like, that guy sounds like a lot of fun. I want to find him and have him join my crew. And you know, Kobe's just like, what? Why would you do that? I mean, like, you know, this guy's captured by the Marines. The Marines are the good guys. He's clearly just a bad person. But before
He's
they
like,
go and meet Zoro,
no.
I think it's important for us
He's
to
my
switch
friend.
perspectives.
I
All right?
love him.
Let's switch the perspective to the main villain. There's no villains in this arc. Everybody's just such a sorry example of an antagonist. Let's just switch gears. Let's look at things through the eyes of the antagonist, Axe Hand Morgan. You see, Axe Hand Morgan is the Marine
Oh my
that's in charge
god,
of this
wait,
entire
what
island,
happened
all
to
right? Now,
Axe
there's
Hand
some corruption
Morgan?
going
I
on
just
here.
remember this
Yeah,
man
perfect. So,
existed.
you know, at the very least, there's not a bunch of
Wait,
crackheads
wait,
running around.
Azzy, you're rereading One Piece, right? What the fuck happens to Axe Hand Morgan? When was the last time we heard about this motherfucker? I completely forgot he existed until this man just mentioned him. What the fuck happened to Axe Hand Morgan? This crazy work. Oh yeah, you're right. I am 4 away from 400 on Twitter.com. 4 people, manifest yourselves and come and follow and support me. Did that work? Did 4 people magically appear and follow me on Twitter? It didn't. Okay, well, I guess I'll die.
beating everybody up. So, you know, Axan Morgan's like, you know.
Oh, I have
could
to
be
tweet
worse.
out the
It could be
thing.
worse.
I have to
Axan
tweet out the
Morgan
rules
also
for
has
the
a son
event.
that
I'm
he
gonna do
doesn't
that right now.
like at all. I mean, and to be fair, the son is just running around starting fights that he knows he's not going to finish. But this changes when he runs into Pirate Hunter Zoro. And Pirate Hunter Zoro does not care who your daddy is, all right? He'll cut anybody up. He's a lunatic. So walk with me for a second, all right? You are Axan Morgan. Your son that you don't like has started a fight with someone that could murder him if he wants to. Now, if we're going by the One Piece live action too, this same guy is dragging around a half a body wherever he goes. So this guy that's dragging around half a body has also beaten up your son. You don't have all the information that you need to fully make a call on this situation in the side of justice, all right? You haven't been as involved as you should have been in this situation. But be that as it may, I would hazard to guess that the person that's dragging around half a body, if I were Axan Morgan, I would just lock him up and maybe we'll figure this out later. But why did he...
Ezzy, do you think I could get this Mugiwara man to come and be on my thing? If I email him? Think I could email Mugiwara man? It's still sailing on a boat. He's still on a boat. He's still sailing in the ocean. That's funny. Ooh. Do you think I could get Mugiwara man to come into my stream? To be on my this guy. Yeah, this guy right here. Cause he's funny. I like him. Probably. I want to email just tons of people. I'm just gonna email everybody. I'm just gonna email everybody. Oh, also guys, I don't know if you motherfuckers remember Canada Dry. Clearly Canadian. Sorry, Clearly Canadian. I forgot they made these. I don't know about everybody else, but when I was in middle school, instead of offering us soda, because this was the mid 2010s, and they were like, you can't drink soda at school because that's bad for you, but you can have sparkling water, they offered us Clearly Canadian. And it was in plastic at the time. These are in fucking glass. Fancy shit. These taste like a soda. Like, this tastes like cherry soda. Like, this doesn't taste like artificial sweetened shit. It tastes like straight up cherry flavored soda. This does not taste like a sparkling water at all. But it's delicious. It tastes like soda. By all means, this is a soda. It's gotta be. This has to just be clear soda. There's no way. There's gotta be sugar in this. Is there sugar in this? It's got 90 calories. There is sugar in it. It's delicious. It is really good. This is so good. And I haven't had one in like 15, 18 years or something stupid. And I bought them because I went to the supermarket and I saw them. And my God, this is just as good as I remember. This is fucking fire. How much sugar? That's a good question. Let's see. 24 grams of sugar. 24 grams of sugar. It's not that much sugar. It's a very small amount of sugar. I love One Piece! I love One Piece too! We're talking about my One Piece event that's happening in June. I'm currently hosting another event. But I love One Piece so much, and it's going to be my biggest event of my first year of VTubing. And I'm going to get a bunch of One Piece fans involved, and it's going to be fun, and we have a One Piece model we're planning, and I'm going to fundraise for it, and it's going to be great. And if you want to see a big One Piece event where we get a bunch of One Piece VTubers and YouTubers to hang out and be in a group community thing, fucking support me, donate, or like just come and watch me and tell people about my One Piece event. It'll be fun. It'll be really fun. We talked about doing a Davy Back fight. It'll be funny. And I'm gonna also make a Grand Fleet where I have my own Jolly Roger and I get every VTuber involved to make their own Jolly Roger. And we'll do a sake toasting where we all drink sake the first stream and watch the first episode of One Piece and agree to be a Grand Fleet. It'd be great. I love Luffy. He's so cute. I love Luffy too. Ace is my favorite character. Because of course it is. Buy Clearly Canadian. I'm not sponsored, but I don't even want to be sponsored. I'll do this for free. Buy Clearly Canadian. It's just tasty. It's in glass now because she's a fancy bitch. Apparently.
You walk into a bar still
I can
carrying
finish One
half
Piece
a body.
and...
What was the... What was the reason of that? People's families are in here, man. Like, even if he needed to watch the dead body so that he could make sure that he collected the bounty, just leave it outside. Like, if you can't leave it outside because you're scared of other bounty hunters taking your bounty, turn the dead body in. Turn the half of a dead body in to collect your reward, and then go get a drink. Don't just plop a dead body in the seat next to you and order a whiskey and Coke, Zoro. So that's what I'm saying. If you're X-Hen Morgan in that situation, what are you gonna do? Be honest. Like, even, it doesn't matter that you don't like your son. This guy's dragging a half a body around your city. Lock him up. So you, of course, lock this guy up. And then after you go over his files, you realize, oh, this guy is just too dangerous. We better just execute him and be done with it. So you show up with all your Marine buddies ready to execute this dangerous criminal, and suddenly a crackhead shows up out of nowhere. And you shoot the crackhead, and all the bullets bounce up off of him. And he starts laughing, and he's like, ha-ha, that doesn't work on me. And he's also carrying 3 swords with him. You're like, what the hell is going on here? Next thing you know, the crackhead has freed this pirate hunter and given him all 3 swords, and your next immediate question is, where is the 3rd sword going? Oh, it's going in his mouth. He's just putting it in his mouth. Well, that looks ridiculous. And before you can finish that thought, the pirate hunter starts going crazy. The pirate hunter and the crackhead beats up everybody in sight. Before you know it, you have been bested by a crackhead and a pirate that wanted to be a pirate hunter until he got kicked off the force for police brutality. Thoroughly confused by the situation. It isn't long until the corruption that you've wrought on this island comes to roost, and you are thrown in jail as well. Mind you, your crimes on the island, I mean, I can't think of everything X-Hen Morgan did, but did he deserve for a crackhead to come into his town, beat up his son, and then him in front of all of his co-workers?
What
and
episode
then he gets not only demoted, but I'm pretty sure...
What episode are you on our arc? I'm caught up. I am 100% caught up. I have no episodes to watch. I just finished Egghead. I'm completely caught up. I'm about to start Elbaf. I am completely caught up. That's why I'm hosting a One Piece event. We're going to celebrate it coming into season 2 in June. I know it's going to come back before that, but I am going to do my event for June because Joy Boy June sounds like fun. It sounds like it's a really fun title, so we're going to do Joy Boy June, and we're going to fundraise for it. I'll make some tweets about it at some point. Probably during Cottage Co. I'll talk about future events and, you know, fundraising for it. And all that kind of stuff. It'll be fun. It'll be great. It'll be fun. It'll be great. It'll be really good. It'll be really good, I swear. I'm gonna get a bunch of VTubers who like One Piece involved, and we have a popular artist who's going to do me a VTube model. Is this guy Oda? Might as well be Oda.
Imprisoned.
You haven't seen Oda in years, so this might as well. He could be Oda.
From Morgan's perspective, he doesn't know what happens. Just
you wish you could come to the One Piece event. Of course you can come to the One Piece event. Everyone's welcome. It's to celebrate One Piece. All we're gonna do is host a big thing. We're gonna watch One Piece together. We're gonna host a little Davy back fight. We're gonna fucking my brain shut off. My brain shut off. We're gonna host we're gonna play video games. That's the word. We're gonna play video games. We're going to play video games. We're going to be a grand fleet. I'm hoping to host a thing where everybody gets to sing the opening song, but instead of it being in English or in Japanese, everybody gets to sing the opening in their native language. So I'll get a bunch of people who don't speak English. Like, part of it will be in Korean, and maybe part of it will be in Russian, and maybe part of it will be in French. Who knows? I'll just get a bunch of VTubers who speak different languages who love One Piece to do a section of the song. Let's say they don't sing anything, but they play instruments. They'll do instrumentals. I'll figure it out. It'll be really fun, though. I want it to be a big thing where everyone has fun. I am at Thriller Bark arc and pre-Bark. I fucking hate Thriller Bark. It's my least favorite arc. Should I get Repo? I have to get Repo for the event, so, like, probably. I don't know anything about Repo. I have zero clue. For Cottage Co., we're gonna play Repo at some point, and I don't know anything about Repo. It's on sale. How much is it? How much is on sale? Where is it gonna be at? My One Piece event is going to be it's going to be my Twitch debut, so it'll be on Twitch and YouTube. I don't think I'll be on Irium as much at that point. I don't have any intention to host it through Irium, but I might. I might. $8, me think. What the fuck? Send me a link right now. Send me a link right now and I'll buy it if it's $8. If it's $8, I'll buy it. If it's $8, I will buy it. Send me link. Send me link. Send me link.
Crazy person showed up
Again,
and
if you're
beat up
interested, okay, this is my last time pausing the video. I'm sorry. If you are interested in the live 2D giveaway for Cottage Co, please check my Twitter right now. I'm about to. I will say when I post it. I am about to post it right now. I am about to post it right now. With all of the, basic rules and what a stonk is and all that kind of stuff. If it's a little complicated, feel free to DM me and ask questions. I don't mind. My DMs are always open to everybody. Please feel free to ask me. Hello, 6 people. Hi, 6 people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I'm Brutus, and I'm here to fuck your wife and steal your girlfriend. And maybe also your husband. But I probably also already stole your husband. We just didn't tell you because we thought it would make you feel sad. Hi! We're talking about my One Piece event in June. I'm currently hosting another event, but I just want you to know I'm hosting an event in June for One Piece, and I'm really excited about it. Please support and donate. Please support and donate. We're going to have a really popular artist that I love. He is super into One Piece too, and he agreed to make my model art and to design me a Joy Boy version of my character. And he's cool and he's really nice, but it's super expensive. He's super expensive. He's so expensive. We can always find another artist. But I'm definitely, if I can't afford him for whatever reason, he's still going to design my version of my version. If I have to tell him I can't afford it, I'm sorry. It's just out of budget. I'm going to still pay him to do art and also to design Joy Boy Brutus. Because I think that'll be great. I'm so excited. I'm super uber excited. I still want him to draw Brutus because he really likes my design. He really likes my design and my extra eyes and he thinks I'm cute.
Body in sight. It gets crazier though because the very next island that these lunatics go to is an island where a killer clown has taken the entire town hostage with a cannon filled with what he calls buggy balls. But before we continue on the adventure, we need to talk about today's sponsor, which is Squarespace. And Squarespace is all about helping you refine, edit, possible, put your own blog, and create Squarespace.
Buggy Wonder, no!
A special thank you to you for watching this video.
Oh my god, Buggy the Clown.
Have you heard what's happening with Roblox? If your child
Oh
is
my
exposed
god,
to
I
inappropriate
don't care what's
a
happening.
global settlement may be coming in 2025.
Shut up.
With that, we are back to the show. But the thing about Buggy is what makes a good pirate to him
thank you
is
for the
how
glow
funny
stick.
you are. And so
Thank
he
you.
fancies
That's very
himself
sweet
as
of you.
the
Thank
funniest
you.
pirate in all of these blue and
Clover,
all of the Grand Line.
You don't
And
have
Buggy's
to
off
play
prove
into
it.
the
So you
repo
can
event
imagine how
to get
frustrated he
stonks.
was
Just
when
watch or
these
share the
lunatics,
event.
who are the funniest things that anyone
That's
has
true.
ever seen, invades his island and shows him up
Azzy,
in
my
every
mod, my
comedy
baby, my
regard that they
love.
can
I need
think
you to
of. But
send
let
me the
set
link to
stage
the
for you
repo
right now. This
thing.
guy's name is Buggy the Clown,
So I don't
right? And he's
forget.
hilarious. More videos on him. They're definitely going to be in the future. But Buggy's a little bit mad right now because there's this thief that I didn't mention in the island before. Her name is Nami. She steals from literally everybody. She's a sociopath. And she has stolen one of Buggy's maps, okay? He needs that map. But Nami pulls a switcheroo and shows up with this crackhead that she's tied up. And she's like, hey, Buggy, don't worry. This guy was my captain, but he's frustrating me right now. So I figured I'd go ahead and turn him over to you. And I want to join the Buggy Pirates. So Buggy loves that. Buggy's like, you know what? You got fire in you, all right? That's very flashy. I like that. Let's go ahead and throw a party and celebrate our newest member, Nami. So you and all of your clown people throw a party while this crackhead is sitting inside a cage tied up. And this
It's
is when
up.
Buggy
It's
is
live.
staring.
It's live. Just so you know, if you want to know the rules for getting the VTube model, it is currently live on my page. I just put them up. I put the infographics up, so it's super easy for you to share around and have to look at. It's super easy information. It has it. It tells you what a stonk is. So if I refer to a stonk is a point. Stonks are points, participants, aka interns. If you ever hear the word intern during the Cottage Co event, we're referring to people who are participating in the event. Oliver. Interns can earn through participating in streams, office tasks. Woo! Points will be documented and shared on a weekly leaderboard. So once a week, I'm going to post a leaderboard that shows who is winning and who is losing. By the end of the event, the interns with the most stonks, the intern with the most stonks will be declared the winner. And then you will get a VTube model. You are free to give the VTube model away, or you're free to keep it and do something interesting with it. You're free to do whatever. Azzy is part of Cottage Co, so I am not sure if I need to join the collab or not. You're a part of Cottage Co. People who are a part of Cottage Co can still participate in the giveaway. You're not an intern, but you still can participate in the giveaway. That is fine.
There's that crackhead that's inside the cage, and this is when he starts getting a little bit more ticked off, because this crackhead, he does not care about anything. He does not have a care in the world, despite how dire these situations are. So imagine this. Put yourself in Buggy's shoes, all right? You are supposed to be the funniest pirate in all of the East Blue and all of the Grand Line. This story will not know a funnier pirate than you. So you see him just sitting there, tied up in a cage,
I
being
saw a video
effortlessly
titled
the goofiest
Buggy
thing that
the
anybody's
Pirate
ever
is
seen, and you're like,
Inevitable, and I
you know
thought
what,
it was
sick
such
of
a
this. This
funny
guy's too
fucking
funny, we
title. I
gotta
didn't
get rid
watch
of him.
it,
So Buggy's like,
I
all
thought
right,
it was
now I'm
such a
gonna prove
fucking
your
funny
loyalty to
title.
me. Go ahead and put some buggy balls in that cannon and let that crackhead have it. And for a second, it looks like Nami's gonna do it. You know, she's your newest loyal crew member after all, but right at the last second, Nami flips on you and she starts beating up your clown people. And this makes Buggy furious. He's like, aha, I knew it. I knew that crackhead was funnier than me. He's managed to sway my newest team member. And then out of nowhere, some green-haired guy shows up and they start trying to get
Don't
his
mind
captain
me,
out
I'm
of
opening
there.
a bag
But
of
he does
chips.
it in the most hilarious way. Rather than try to find a key to free his captain, rather trying to slice the bars with his sword. No, none of that at all. This lunatic grabs the cage that the crackhead.
Ooh, okay, so on the 3rd, the morning of the 3rd, I'm going to post my first Cottage Co. No, actually, sorry. I'll do it on the 4th because it'll be fair if it's on the 4th. On the 4th, the first day of the event. Like, the first day after the event has fully started and I can use my new model and all of that, I'm going to post my first fan art task. So, that'll be your first chance to get 2 points and get on the leaderboard. I have to make the graphic for the leaderboard, but it'll be good. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Kid is in and throws him over his shoulder,
Time to
and
draw
they start
100
trying to walk
Macy and
away.
Brutus
It's the
arts to farm
funniest thing ever.
stocks.
The
You
crackhead
can do
is
that
even
if you
like,
want.
you know,
draw a bunch of fan art. You can,
Zoro,
you can farm
there's a better
stocks.
way to do this. I'm sure there is. And Zoro's the
I
whole
will
time
post
he's
the
just like,
tags
shut up,
for
all right?
that
I'll
on
do
the-
whatever I want. So it sends you over the
on
edge.
the
You're like,
third.
all right, I'm tired of this. Go ahead, put another buggy ball in that cannon and let all of these lunatics have it. And so you do just that. Your crewmates
can
load a
dream.
buggy
Wait,
ball
what
into
can
the
you
cannon.
dream of?
The fuse is lit. But then they do something straight out of
Being
Looney
loved
Tunes.
by me?
These idiots
I already
literally
love
just
you.
flip the cannon back over at you guys, and it goes off in just like the most cartoonish way possible. And it just blows
I love
everybody
Buggy the
away.
Clown.
Like your entire crew gets decimated. They're still alive though, or most of them, you assume at least. So the cannon goes off on you and all of your crewmates, and the crackhead and his friends just take off into the night. So Buggy is furious by this, and so he sends one of his crewmates, a lion tamer, out to go get those idiots. And I'm not even kidding, like 5 minutes later, the lion tamer comes back like, yeah, I couldn't.
Wait a minute. I just realized something. This guy has a face that is shockingly similar to like the manticores or whatever they're called in the jail. No, in Dressrosa. I think it's either Dressrosa or the jail. I can't remember what seat. His face is shockingly similar to those, which is weird. Or this man ate some kind of fruit and now he fucking is a human being. He ate a human fruit. Those are my positions. Those are my positions. He either ate a human fruit, and there's multiple ones and we just don't know about it, or this man is the son of like a manticore or whatever the fuck they're called. I can't remember.
Couldn't beat them. Like the lion tamer gets his ass whooped by Luffy after he beats up a defenseless dog for absolutely no reason. Buggy even chastises him a little bit. Like, I sent you out there to go stop a crackhead and then you started beating up a dog. Why would you do that? Like, I told all of you a part of this crew, we are villains, but we are funny first. Everything we do, if it's not funny, we might as well not be doing it. What is funny about beating up a dog? There's no punchline there. And it looks like what the punchline was you getting your ass kicked. I wished I could have seen it. It looks funny, right? Look at you. You look ridiculous. So frustrated, Buggy's like, you know what? Like, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. Buggy gets all of his remaining crew members and a cannon filled with buggy balls, and they just start walking around the city looking for Luffy.
Oh, wait. That reminds me. One of my favorite fucking scenes in One Piece is when Buggy is trying to tell Luffy about, he's like, okay, I want you to remember, I have these buggy balls and I've made them even better now and they're great. You know what a buggy ball is, of course. Anyway, and he's just rambling about these buggy balls, and Luffy's like, I don't fucking remember what any of this shit is. What are you talking about? And Buggy's spirit is just broken immediately. He's just broken over the wheel immediately. That's one of my favorite scenes. It's during, God. Why am I forgetting everything? Brutus Balls. Hell no. I'm not a clown. I hope that during Joy Boy June, somebody chooses to be a clown. I hope that during during Joy Boy June, somebody chooses to have a clown crew.
Everybody else. Like, I don't know if I need to explain to you why it's so funny that this clown person is dragging a cannon behind him as he walks through a city looking for a crackhead that he can then explode with buggy balls. I don't know if I need to explain that to you, but I mean, I laugh because as soon as he finds Luffy, Buggy unleashes one of his buggy balls and then discovers that Luffy himself has a devil fruit. He uses his gum balloon technique and sends the buggy ball flying right back
have
at
we
them
seen Gum
again.
Balloon
So that's
in a
two
minute?
Looney Tunes
This feels
gags
like I
that these
forgot that
lunatics
was an
pulled off.
option.
Buggy's got some gags up his sleeve himself. He grabs two of his crewmates and uses
feel like
them
I
as
forgot
human
that was
shields
an
for the
option.
buggy balls. So all
Clover,
that's
you're
left
on
is now
Irium?
Buggy and
You're
his
trying to
right-hand
support me
man,
on Irium?
Kabaji.
That's
Kabaji
just
is
a
a
sweet thing for
unicycle
you to
riding
do.
swordsman. So Zoro, the crackhead's right-hand man, says, "Don't even worry about this, Captain. I'm gonna take care of it." Something I didn't mention
need
earlier,
fan
Buggy has the
badges?
chop
You
chop
wanna
fruit,
get a
which
fan
means he's
badge
able
for
to
me, though?
separate different limbs and other
I don't know
parts
how
of his
many
body.
fan
It makes
badges
it
I
really
have.
hard for swordsmen
I
to
don't know
fight.
if I
So
have
when Zoro
any
showed up
fan badges. No, I
earlier
have
and
fan
tried to
badges.
fight
I
him,
have
he
fan
basically
badges.
tricked him and
I have
managed to
some
get in
fan
a cheek
badges.
shot on Zoro. So right now Zoro's injured. And
50
Kabaji fully
points
intends to
left.
take
Only
advantage of
50
Zoro's
points?
injuries
Oh,
right
okay.
now. So
Then
Kabaji just
50
starts
points.
targeting Zoro's injuries, like the wound that Buggy gave him earlier, and he's just talking about how, like, you know, this is how pirates fight, you know, yada yada yada. Zoro takes this as the opportunity to prove that he is just the coolest person on the planet. He lets Kabaji wound his wound at least 2 more times afterward. In fact, I think it's a
Fuck.
total of 3 times that Kabaji manages
for
to
Diddy
slash
back fight.
Zoro in
Should
his
we do
already
something with
slashed abdomen.
points?
And Zoro's response
I'm not
is
going to
something
be on
like
Irium
there.
by that
Is
point.
that enough?
Who cares? I'm sorry, it sounds so mean. I don't have any intention to be in Irium after spring. I'm not gonna like graduate off of Irium, but it's gonna stop being a platform I prioritize. If I show up on Irium, it'll be simply for fun. If people want to give me points, they are free to do so. But I don't intend to be prioritizing Irium at all for my streams. I plan to be on YouTube and Twitch. I don't even think it'll be something that'll have to be a concern by summer. I should be free by March. Ugh. Like, even if I don't stream every single day, the latest that I'll be on here is probably March. February, March. I just don't have enough hours under my there's just not enough hours left for Irium to hold me. Oh, I messed up. I hit a button. Oh, I hit a button. We're still here in Buggy the Clown Land. Okay, I have to grab tamaki soup. Do you want me to leave video on while I grab tamaki soup? Or do you want me to pause video? You tell me. You tell me. I'm happy to do anything. Because I'm like truly here to just chill tonight. You can wait. It's only 3 of you. Are you sure you want to wait? I don't mind leaving it. It's not going to take me that long to heat him up some soup. It takes like 30 seconds to heat the soup up. Oh, I didn't tell you what I did today either. I went to the doctor. I went to the cardiologist to check my heart. I got an echocardiogram, which is an ultrasound of my heart. I don't think I have like an irregular heartbeat or anything though, so that was good. Even me as a layman, ain't on the table. Cardiologist, you're so stupid. You're so dumb. However, you gave up on the whole get a badge thing so quickly. That's so surprising. Okay, I'm gonna grab tamaki, soup, and drugs, and it'll take me all of like a few minutes. But I'll play the video. I don't mind. It'll be that because it's a whole playlist, and this one's not even my favorite one. I'm gonna play this one, and then I need to go get my daily points from another source. Alright, I will be right back. I promise. I'm gonna go grab soup for my dog, and I'm gonna give him meds, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna do like only 2 hours tonight. I know I usually do like forever hours, but I'm gonna do 2 hours tonight. And tomorrow I have no doctor's appointments or anything, so I should be able to come at 1 p.m. like usual during my Christmas break stream schedule. So today is just sort of a weird day. I'll be back.
I laugh because as soon as he finds Luffy, Buggy unleashes one of his
gotta
buggy
bring him
balls
some
and then
good
discovers that Luffy himself has a devil fruit. He uses his gum balloon technique and
I'll be
sends
back,
the buggy
guys.
ball flying right back at them again.
Oh wait,
so
no,
that's
maybe
2
for
Looney Tunes
safety.
gags that
Wait,
these
you're
lunatics
right. Maybe for safety, so YouTube doesn't smite me. I'll be right back. I'm back. I told you it wouldn't take that long. This one took me like a few minutes.
Pulled off. Buggy's got some gags up his sleeve himself. He grabs 2 of his
he did.
crewmates and uses them as human
Congratulations,
shields for the
Clover.
buggy balls. So all that's left is now Buggy and
Man,
his
you've been
right-hand
managing
man,
to do that 4
Kabaji.
months in a row. That's
Kabaji is a
crazy.
unicycle riding swordsman. So Zoro, the crackhead's
You sent me
right-hand man,
6-1
says,
for
"Don't even
One
worry
Piece,
about
that's
this,
great."
Captain. I'm gonna take care of it." Something I didn't mention earlier, Buggy has the chop fruit, which means he's able to separate different limbs and other parts of his body. It makes it really hard for swordsmen to fight him, basically. So when Zoro showed up earlier and tried to fight him, he basically tricked him and managed to get in a cheap shot on
I think
Zoro. So
my
right now
alt
Zoro's
has,
injured. And
also
Kabaji
has
fully
had
intends
the
to take
fan
advantage
badge
of
for
Zoro's
4 months in a
injuries
row.
right
Really?
now. So
That's
Kabaji
just
just starts
surprising.
targeting Zoro's injuries, like the wound that Buggy gave him earlier.
But
and
yeah,
he's
no,
just talking about how, like,
respectfully,
you know, this is how
I
pirates
don't
fight,
think I'm
you know,
going
yada,
to
yada,
be
yada.
on Irium
Zoro takes this as the opportunity
as a
to prove that
priority
he
much
is just
longer.
the coolest person on the planet. He lets Kabaji wound his
Respectfully,
wound at least 2
respectfully.
more times afterward. In fact, I think it's a total of 3 times that Kabaji manages to slash Zoro in his already slashed abdomen. And Zoro's response is something like, there. Is that
I'll
enough of
still
a
do
handicap
my
for
due
you?
diligence.
Because I'm
I'll
about to
still
show
do
you
my
the
duty.
real difference
I'm
between
going to
someone
do
like me
as I
and
promised.
someone like you.
For the
Zoro
event, I
immediately
will
takes out the
promote
unicycle
the
riding freak
debut
and then
support
just
program
goes to sleep,
as I am
like, right there on the
contractually
floor. And the
obligated.
crackhead's like, yeah,
But
don't worry.
I am
Go ahead,
not
have
going
a
to
power
lie
nap.
to you guys
I'm gonna
and say
wrap
that
this
Joy
up
Boy
real
June
quick.
will
So
have
now
a place
Buggy
on
and
Irium.
Luffy are beginning to fight, and it's in the middle of this fight that Buggy realizes the hat on Luffy's
If it's
head,
on
that's
Irium,
Shanks'
it'll be
hat.
by
Shanks is the
happenstance
one
and not
person
because,
on the planet that
it was
Buggy hates
intended
more than
to.
anybody. Like, with a burning passion. And I'm not even gonna get into why, because there's really no reason. Buggy's just a hater. But even though there is no
Buggy's
reason,
just a
can you
hater.
imagine,
Such
like,
a
the
fucking
one person
funny
you are
sentence
hating
to
on
me.
more than anybody else in the world? From your eyes, it looks like you have basically met his apprentice. Now, you haven't seen this guy in a long time, and now you see his mini-me in a straw hat just ruining all your plans on an island for literally no reason. Like, he just got here like 4 minutes ago. So he gets pissed off and he starts fighting Luffy a little bit more, but while him and Luffy are fighting, Nami decides to use this as the opportunity to just steal everything. But treasure's really important to Buggy, so in the middle of fighting this crackhead, he zooms off to go try and stop Nami.
Hello,
This is when the
Julie.
crackhead does some more Bugs
We're
Bunny
talking
shit.
about
He
One
sees
Piece.
that when Buggy separates his
Watching
torso
my
to go
favorite
chase
One Piece,
Nami, Luffy just
YouTuber.
kicks him right in the nuts. And to just bring up the live action one more time, I loved how they resolved it in the live action. Like, I thought it was a very creative sequence where Nami, Luffy, and Zoro all working together to subdue Buggy, and to where it slowly ended up in the same scene where it's just his head and his hands and his feet. Yeah, that's all good. What's better, though, is Luffy kicking Buggy in the nuts. And I think some more Looney Tunes shit happens later on. Like, I think, like, whenever Buggy
Second
separates
goal.
himself from, like, his
Yeah, and
feet,
we were
I think
talking
it was,
about-
to go and
Because you
attack
don't know
Nami
anything
again
really
because
about
he
your
didn't learn his lesson the first
about
time. It
One
just
Piece, right? So in One Piece, there is a thing called a Davy back fight, which basically is a thing where 2 crews can fight, can like do sort of juvenile little contests against each other. No holds bar, no rules, and whoever wins the rounds of a Davy back fight, you can do 1 round, 2 round, or 3 rounds. Whoever wins every round, you get to trade members of your crew to the other crew. So we were talking about doing a Davy back fight for Joy Boy June with a bunch of other VTubers, and that we're going to basically put our mods up for the Davy back fight. We're gonna be like, okay, every crew has mods because every crew is just a VTuber. So we're all gonna have different. So I said also every VTuber's gonna. I want every VTuber to make a crew, to be like, this is my pirate crew, this is our pirate crew name, and this is our Jolly Roger. So I would love that. So there's that. We're all gonna have our different pirate crews, and then we're all going to be a part of a grand fleet. Which, technically speaking, right, you guys can't do a Davy back fight against your own grand. Yes, you can. No holds bar, no rules. Okay, we're all under like a unified flag or whatever, but I say we have a Davy back fight. I say we have a Davy back fight. But I say that we have a grand fleet where like I have my crew and I'm like, because I'm the host, we're all under my flag. We're all a part of my grand fleet. We do a sake ceremony where we all drink shots of sake and we watch the first episode of One Piece and we're like, this is official. We are part of a grand fleet. Let's go. And then we do a Davy back fight where we trade mods, and whoever loses has to give up their mod for a week. I think the idea is funny. Zeri is gonna lose us on purpose. No, I didn't say I was gonna lose you on purpose. I didn't say I was gonna lose you on purpose. I would not lose you on purpose, but I definitely would lose you. Yeah, I think Joy Boy June is gonna be fun. I'm gonna get donations. I'm gonna have to get donations for it, and also sponsors.
Keep his eyes on the
think
crackhead
it'll be
that can
fun.
actually fight. All he did was separate himself from his feet, and Luffy picks up one of his feet and just starts tickling it. And that causes enough of a distraction for Nami to get away and for her to then tie up all of Buggy's limbs so that
this will be good for you because you don't watch One Piece, but this guy explains the different arcs of One Piece in a funny way that I like.
Is literally just Bugs Bunny. After that, the crackhead Gum Gum bazookas Buggy all the way off the island, like launches him farther than we've seen anybody launched in the story up until this point. And I just want to emphasize one more time what happened from Buggy's perspective, okay? From Buggy's perspective, a crackhead showed up to an island that he had nothing to do with, beat up all of his crewmates, stole his map, and then at the end he finds out Shanks is somehow involved. And then after that, the crackhead kicks him in the nuts and beats him up too. I cannot wait to do more videos on Buggy in the future because I really think the main problem he has with Luffy is that he's too damn hilarious, alright? I think Buggy really thought he was going to be the funniest person on the Grand Line, and he would have been if it wasn't for a crackhead and his band of lunatics. If you thought that was funny, then wait till we get to the next island because that is a place called Syrup Village. And Syrup Village is home to a boy that cries wolf entirely too often. Like every day he just runs through the village saying, "The pirates are coming, the pirates are coming." It doesn't matter too much though because, I mean, though this boy that's crying wolf, he is probably the funniest character in the entire series to a lot of people. He unfortunately doesn't really shine
I think that should
bright
be the
in his debut
announcement.
arc,
I
but
think
that's
the
okay because a
announcement
lot
for
of
Joy Boy June should be all of the pirate crews, like all of the people participating. I think they should all be wanted posters. Instead of like, we did IDs, right? I think everyone should have a wanted poster. Every pirate crew, every member of my Grand Fleet better be wanted by the Marines. And if the person decides that they want to be a Marine, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they better make some kind of poster. They better make something. They better do something to be telling people that they're part of my shit. Y'all can figure it the fuck out. Is it per piece of fan art? I think it's per piece of fan art. Yup, 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 yup. What cross guild wanted to what cross guild wanted poster? If you want to team up with 3 people and become cross guild, by all means, make a cross guild. I don't care. You're pirates. I'm not gonna tell you what you can and can't do with your life as a pirate. All I'm asking is that you are like not a dick and you're not a Nazi or something. You can't be like a fucking Nazi and shit. Then that's a no. But like, if you're a pirate, who am I to tell you how to be a pirate, bro? Like, that's your shit. That's your truth. We're part of a fucking.
Especially if we look at the events that
Ah! I hit a button. We're all part of the same Grand Fleet, so there's that. But like, you're a pirate, bro. Your pirate crew is for you. Hi, Callie. Welcome. Callie, I still haven't done my part on the thing. I'm sorry. I said I would do it, and then I would let you take care of it, like handle it, but like, I have not taken it over. I have not done my duty. I'm sorry for all the rustling. I'm just moving around because I'm getting comfy because I'm tired. Rag? Rag? Who's Rag? Raggy? No, sorry, I'm typing bad for the Marine people. Cross Guild made wanted posters for... Oh, yeah, they did! That's true! If you're a Marine, you better make a wanted poster! There's no excuse. You're right. Cross Guild has a wanted poster for the Marines! You're right! They have no excuses! You have to make a wanted poster. I don't care if you're a Marine. I don't care if you're a pirate. You have to make a wanted poster. Full send. You have to make a wanted poster. Heck yeah. Let's go. I'm gonna end up drawing Pirate Son sooner or later. How deep am I gonna get into One Piece now? Probably deep enough to enjoy it. Everybody make your own Pirate Sona. It'll be fun. You can be a part of different crews. If you're a part of someone's fan base, you can just claim their crew. So, like, if you're part of my fan base, I don't know what our crew is gonna be called. But, well, you can just claim my crew and make a Sona for it if you want to be on my crew. Oh, I'm already deep into Tony Chopper. He's my baby and I love him. Who doesn't love Tony Chopper? Who doesn't love Tony Chopper? Can we do a role player D&D One Piece event? I mean, I've never done D&D, and I've never really hosted any role play stuff. I'm not sure if I would do that, but like we can think about it. We can think about it. Should I be concerned that my Irium stream is empty? I'm not concerned about it because my YouTube stream is doing very well. But I feel like I should be concerned. Maybe, I don't know. Blue Core Pirates, the Delinquency Gore Buddies, Delinquents Gore Bunny. No, I have to think of something that I have to think of something. And Irium trying to smash stars. Nah. I think this is a sign. Blue-Eye Pirates sound fun. Blue-Eye Pirates sounds very fun. That's fun because I love milk. That sounds fun. I kind of like the idea of that. Gotta fix some of the line art anyways. You're fine. You're fine, Ziri. You don't need to do any extra work. I appreciate you so much. Yeah. And you're an alien. Yeah, that does make sense. The Milky Way Pirate sounds fun. It could be like a bunny-eared skull. It'd be like a bunny-eared skull. With like a milk bottle poured on its head. That'd be a cute Jolly Roger. That's a good idea.
Fold and Syrup Village through the eyes of the antagonist, Captain Kuro of 1,000 plans. You see, Captain Kuro, as his name implies, has over 1,000 plans, and every last one of those plans is stupid. He is just a ridiculously forgettable and painfully boring antagonist. I mean, for a guy whose whole thing was like, ooh, I'm arrogant, I'm part cat, he sure does make a lot of stupid decisions.
I love that
Case
Captain
in point,
Kuro
his
has,
whole thing right now is that he's pretending to be the butler of one of the richest families in the town. But his plan is to earn the trust of this family, this rich family, and then after everybody in the family is gone, he can inherit all of their wealth, and then retire with all that money anonymously and not have to worry about any of the Marines showing up and sitting in the jail. Now see, the problem with this is, for someone who is supposed to be characterized by self-preservation.
Technically, Asta was here first. Asta is first mate, technically. If we're talking like literal first mate, it's Asta. He was here before you guys. And then I think Callie came after, and then I think you would be the third mate. Because I don't remember if it was you or Callie that came first, but I do remember it was Asta. Asta was first.
He does
and
not
he was here,
preserve
like, all the
himself
time.
very
Can we
well
challenge
at all. You
Asta?
see, very early on in the arc, he's talking to
Can
his
you
colleague
challenge
Michael
Asta?
Jackson, and they are just
ask,
loudly
get him over
explaining
to
their
the stream
plan
and
on
ask
this
him.
beach. And I mean,
Get him
eventually
over
the
here and ask
crackhead
him.
and the boy who cried wolf, they're watching them from up
I
on the
think Callie
cliff.
is
And it's like,
second.
they're
He
not
might
even
be
hiding.
second.
They're just sitting up there watching as you basically go over your entire plan. And
Go
this would be
get- go
fine
get
if Kuro
Asta.
didn't
Go get
recognize
him.
the
Go get
crackhead
him.
and the boy who cried wolf, but he does almost immediately. And immediately decides, you know what? It doesn't matter, okay? Because Usopp, you lie all the time. The villagers would never believe you. And it's like, dude, I guess, but like, you've been planning this for God how long?
Who's that?
Okay? And why wouldn't you
Who's
just?
that on
Why wouldn't you
Miriam?
just take care
Is
of
that
him? If you
Callie?
really don't want your plan to
Welcome,
be thwarted,
Callie.
why would you not take this serious? Michael Jackson's right there. Just have him hypnotize people.
Oh, wait,
See what
hold
I
on. I'm
mean?
gonna
Just
do
very
something really
stupid. And so
quick.
after
Give me
a while,
one
when he
split
brings the
second.
rest of his
Not
pirate
like
crew to the
leave, but I'm
island to
gonna
attack the
say
village, the
something.
crackhead and his band of lunatics are there waiting for the pirate crew. And so Captain Kuro is like, okay, well, we've got the numbers. numbers advantage. So what? Like I said, what good is one crackhead and one boy who cried wolf gonna do? And it's like, you see the pattern going on, right? Everybody underestimates these lunatics because they're crazy and
Everyone
stupid. The thing is, though,
underestimates the
that doesn't mean
crackheads,
they can't
and you
fight.
shouldn't.
Luffy and the others beats up
underestimate
every
the
single
crackheads
person on Captain Kuro's crew.
until you
Literally
get
all of them.
you
That
fucking
forces Captain
shit blown
Kuro to
up.
use his cat out of the bag attack,
Wow.
which is literally just an attack that he
Welcome.
uses to assault everyone around him at
Oh,
random.
boy.
So, like, again, that's not a very effective plan, especially when you outnumber your enemies and have them surrounded. You're just going to end up picking off more people from your side than it, whatever, which is what ends up happening, by the way. And so, as you can imagine, every last pirate in Captain Kuro's crew gets beaten up until eventually it's just Michael Jackson and Captain Kuro, and they wipe the floor with him. It's neither
back.
climactic
I
nor
was third.
thrilling. It's just, I just really could not believe
Callie.
this guy who was arrogantly shifting his glasses
Callie,
up
are
to
you-
adjust them every
were you
time,
here
pretending like he
before
was the
or
smartest
after
person in the
Azzy?
room, was actually the dumbest person on the entire island. And so that's it. Those lunatics beat up every invading pirate inside
After
Syrup Village and recruit
Azzy,
Usopp, and then they take off
your
to the
second
next
mate.
island. On their way there, though, they
Callie-
stop
Callie
at this
openly
very
admits that
interesting
he
and
came
alluring
after you.
restaurant in the middle
He
of the
openly
ocean.
was
And
like,
from here,
"No,
I
I
think we
came
should switch
after
the
Azzy."
perspective yet again, and I think I'm going to choose Chef Zeph
Azzy
for
came
this
before
one.
the
So
both
walk
of
with
you.
me. You are
Wait.
Chef Zeph. You are
Like-
the head chef inside of the Baratier, or is it Barati? You're inside the...
What do you mean? In stream or in the community? Because he's asking in regards to our pirate crew for Joy Boy June. Are you first or second mate? I know Asta is technically first mate. He was here before the both of you. And then he's saying, then who's second mate? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't remember. I have a fucking idea because I only first got here early October. Azzy, were you in here in October? Were you here in October? If you were here in October, that makes it hard. But if you came in here after October, then Azzy is the third mate. If you came in here before October, or during October, or before like late September and shit, then you're a second mate. He doesn't know though.
The big ass fish restaurant in the middle of the ocean, minding your own
Wait,
business,
no, wait,
serving
November.
customers,
Okay,
cooking
were you
food,
in here in
yada yada
October or
yada. All
November,
of a
Azzy?
sudden, a cannonball comes in, blows right through your room. Minutes later, a crack kid and his friends show up, profusely apologizing. And so you know what? You as Chef Zeph, you've seen some stuff, all right? You've been around pirates before.
Because
you know
I
the only way to
joined
discipline
the
these pirates is
server
to make
in
sure you
early
put your
October,
foot down.
yeah.
So you're like, you know
Oh.
what? You ruined
I
my
have a good
restaurant and my
memory
room.
trust.
To
You're
pay
such
me
a
back,
silly
you gotta
kid.
work for me. And so to your surprise, the
think
crack kid
Cobra-
agrees. He's like, you know what? You're
Okay.
right. I broke your room and the restaurant, and you know that's not right. So you know what? I'll work off my debt and just tell me how long do I have to work here. So you're like, all right, that's cool. At least the crack
Okay,
kid is
then
reasonable.
Azzy, you're
all right, so you
second
put him to
mate,
work. He
'cause
starts
Callie
washing
didn't
dishes
come
and
in here
breaking
till
dishes.
November,
And he's
so you're
really a
second mate.
liability. He's more of a liability in the kitchen than he ever was if you would have just let him go.
Azzy's
So you
second
as Chef
mate,
Zeph, you
Asta's
start
first
like
mate, and you're third
rethinking this a
mate.
little bit. But it's not too long after that another pirate comes into the restaurant and starts demanding food and says he's not going to pay for
Technically
it. Which
speaking,
of
that
course
means I
makes
can
all
put,
the chefs and staff act up. Right? You
Azzy
trained him
and
right. They
Asta
beat his
and
ass
Callie
up and
up
toss him
for a
outside the
piggyback.
restaurant. Unfortunately, the goody two-shoes son that you basically adopted, he takes pity on this guy and he gives him some octopus fried rice, I think it was. Whatever it was, it looked delicious. Way better than that guy deserved. Now, your adoptive kid's name is Sanji, and you have taken a special liking to this guy. He's an amazing person, but he's too damn kind for his own good. You know that he dreams of a life of adventure and sailing the seven seas and finding the all blue. Hell, you guys share that.
Wait, can we talk about that for a minute? We have not been speaking about the all blue at all recently, at all, in One Piece. I know there's much more important things going on, but like, the way we dropped the all blue like a dead fish is crazy. It has not been mentioned once. I guess we kind of found it, sorta, maybe, kinda. But like, not really, no. We've just like dropped the all blue like a fucking bag of fish. Yeah, October was the cathedral because I wanted it so badly, and I was hoping with all my heart I would debut in time to get it. Oh, I think it was mentioned in Fishman Island. The implications of the all blue were mentioned in Fishman Island, but they never confirmed nor denied that the Fishman Island had the all blue. He has not spoken about the all blue since. Yeah, well, I always be the navigator in adventure games with my homies since anyway. I love you.
that dream, in fact. So it would actually mean the
Yeah,
world
it's
to
vague.
you if he actually left the restaurant
Like, we
and
haven't
fulfilled
talked
his
about
dreams,
Sanji's
because
passion
you
for the
got
all
one
blue
leg
like
right
forever.
now. You can't find the all blue, but Sanji could. It's still very possible for Sanji to. So you observe this crackhead talking to your adoptive son, and they're hitting it off, and you know that the crackhead's gonna ask him to join his crew to be a cook. And then you hear him ask, and then Sanji immediately declines because he can't leave you to this restaurant all by yourself. This infuriates you because you know that Sanji is so kind that he would literally throw away his dreams if it meant he didn't have to leave anybody alone. In his head, this is as much for him as it is for you. But you know that the truth
I heard
is
Sanji
chasing and
visibly
achieving your dreams takes a
devolved
certain
into
amount
a
of grit,
pretty gag
determination, and
character.
selfishness if you hope to
Not
make it
really.
anywhere. So you're watching them talk, and you are just hoping that this
It's a misconception. There's also a thing where, like, Toei Animation does not depict him as accurately as they do in the manga. Like, their interpretation of Sanji is way worse than, it's way worse than it is in the manga. But even then, I still don't think it's that bad. He's got his moments where he does stupid shit, but, like, everyone has their moments where they do stupid shit. It's One Piece. So it's not, I don't think it's that bad. What about power or class? You're captain, Asa is vice captain, and first mate, and we gotta think of our roles now. No, because then that doesn't make sense still. Because Nami's technically vice captain. But, like, vice captain is vague and doesn't really mean anything. Because, like, anybody could be vice captain. Anybody could be vice captain. If vice captain is vague. Vice captain's too vague. It's not really a real position, technically speaking, on every crew. Like, I could declare a vice captain, but, like, I don't want to. I just don't want to. As he is first vice, yeah, no. I'm in charge. I don't know why y'all are just declaring yourself shit. I'm the one in charge. If I don't want to declare a vice captain, I don't want it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to get bossed around by nobody.
this crackhead can get through Sanji's head. It's a moot point, though, because soon after that, another pirate kicks open the door, and he's like, I need food, I'm on death's door, somebody feed me right now. Still demanding and saying that he's not going to pay for it, and basically everybody does the same thing the first time, including Sanji. Sanji immediately feeds him and says, you know what, that's what we do here, okay? We feed people that are hungry. So you watch your adoptive son be just too kind for his own good, and then immediately after this pirate eats the bowl of rice that he gave him, the pirate just punches your son right in the face, just decks him immediately. It's honestly kind of funny. Like, Don Krieg, like, I didn't realize this when I first watched the show, but that's hilarious. Like, we saw the ideal situation of Sanji helping out Gin, and then Don Krieg comes in and he's like,
in here. Hello.
thank you for the food.
Hi.
So this pirate's name is Don Krieg, and he's got a bunch of other pirates right outside, and he's talking about securing this ship and turning this restaurant into his own personal quarters and stuff. Like, it's bad, okay? And he's about to try to take the restaurant. Of course, Sanji's not going to let that happen. And the crackhead looks to you and he's like, hey, if I beat up all these pirates, does that mean I can stop doing all these chores? And you look at him and you're like, you know what, you've been bricked.
I'm too damn carefree to be in any position to make choices. If you're out of commission, Azzy is good for that. That is true. I left yesterday for like 20 minutes and he held down the fort. I'd end up sinking the ship just because it's funny. I would kill you on sight if I found you doing that. Hey, Pinky. Is Pinky in the brain? Is Pinky in the brain?
Breaking every dish I've given you. Why, yeah, go ahead. Fight these people. I don't care. Crackhead takes off his apron enthusiastically and runs out there and try to beat up all the rest of the pirates. In the middle of all this, though, and to your surprise, a warlord shows up. One of the 7 warlords shows up to your restaurant, casually cutting every pirate ship in his path in half. And when he finally arrives, Don Krieg is like, oh my god, this is the guy that decimated all of our ships in the Grand Line. It's Mihawk.
Adio, you jumped over to Irium. Thank you. Irium stream is dead. My YouTube stream is fine. My Irium stream is dead. I'm not really upset about it though. But it's dead.
What are you doing here? And this swordsman that looks really Christian is like, I'm just killing some time. So you think you're about to watch a massacre in your restaurant, but then suddenly a green-haired samurai stands up and he's like, hang on a second, Christian, I challenge you. Mihawk pulls out the smallest blade ever and says what seriously could be the coolest line in all of One Piece. He says, I'm not the kind of fool who hunts rabbits with cannons. This knife should be more than enough to deal with you. He pulls out a pocket knife
Are you on
while
my
this
crew,
lunatic
Adio?
that's holding 3 swords, one of which is in his mouth,
Adio, are you on
charges
my
him.
crew?
And the warlord effortlessly stops him. Obviously, you knew that he would, and then he proceeds to basically just murder the green-haired guy. But this whole thing that they're doing, all of it is just, it's really respectful. Like, you even
Thanks,
you feel
Baggy
the fire
boy.
inside you watching it a little
Who's the
bit. You're
chef?
like, wow. These
That's a good question. Who's our chef? Who's our community? Who's you cook? Okay, Adios the chef. That was easy. Adios Sanji now. Thanks. What do you cook though? I love eating, so what do you cook? Do you make good sweets? I love sweets. You have to make really good dairy-based desserts and dairy-based dishes, or you can't be my cook, because then I won't eat it. Oh, I can do that. You guys want to fight for it? What would Ziri be, I wonder? What does Ziri want to be? What does Ziri want to be? I could do that. Adio and I need sous chef teamwork. Okay, well then, no fighting. Hooray! It sorted itself out. Teamwork. I don't know. Pick whatever you want. It's fun. You can do whatever you want. But I don't do sweets. I do savory meats. Wow, it's almost like you have to fucking bitch about it. It's almost like cry about it a little bit. It's almost like cry about it a little bit. It's only cry about. I love meat. Cry about it though. I want cake and sweets and desserts. But law saying multiple can multiply can cook. What? No law saying multiple can't cook. True. I can have multiple chefs. I can have multiple chefs on my crew. I want a baker. Okay, on my crew, I need to have a baker and I need to have a chef. I need a baker and a chef. I want both. You can have multiple everything. That's true. I want a baker and a chef. Who's a baker? Which one of you is a baker? I want a baker and I want a cook. That's what I want. I want somebody who can make me like creme brulee and like sweets and desserts and amazing shit. And then I want someone else who can make me like a really good like roast pork shoulder. That's what I want. I want the best cook and the best baker. That's what I want on my crew. Best cook, best baker, best navigator. Best cook, best baker, best navigator. Somebody who's really can do like wheelies with my boat. Do wheelies with my boat. And I want somebody who's like a DJ. I want somebody who's like really good at making music and is funny as fuck. That I do want. I do believe in Brooke supremacy. I do believe in that. Somebody who's good at music. Obvious shit like a doctor. Who's smart? No, I'm good at medical stuff. I get to be my own doctor, I guess. I don't need another doctor. I can do medical stuff. I'm not a medical professional, but I could do medical shit. Who's good with their hands? I need a blue-collar worker. I can do audio chef. Ziri, don't you bake? I can bake, just no fancy. I want a fancy baker. I want the best, fanciest baker. Me too. I bake, grill, cook, smoke, you name it, it's done. Oh man, you really are convincing me right now that you should be the baker. Let's mead. Also mead. Oh! I want a fucking I need somebody who makes alcohol. I need somebody who makes liquor. I need liquor on my boat. I need liquor on my boat. I want liquor on my boat. I want liquor on my boat. I want us to make liquor. Callie, you get to be the cook. Adio, you get to be the baker. You guys can clearly, decide when and where you guys do things. I'm not gonna hold you to do these titles, but you're the cook and he's the baker. It's settled. I have a cook and I have a baker. I want both. Hey, you're the baker. You're the baker now. You're the baker. Don't you mean bartender? I want a bartender. I need a bartender on my boat. I need a bartender on my boat. I need a bartender on my boat. I want somebody who makes alcohol and also can make me fancy drinks. Kitchen gonna be waking y'all up in the morning. Yes. That's what I want. I want to wake up to the smell of delicious food. That's what I want. I have a terrible sense of direction. So I am not going to be guiding us anywhere. I need somebody with a really good sense of direction. Zeri, do you have a really good sense of direction? Then me, I have a bar in my basement. I have a bartender, a baker, and a cook. I need to be well-fed, happy, and drunk. I need to be well-fed, happy, and drunk. That's what I want. I want to be well-fed, happy, and drunk. I need somebody with a good sense of direction. I need somebody... You do? Okay, Zeri's the navigator. Sorted. Zeri's the navigator. Can navigate 2 maps, reading, and star charting. You can do star charts? Hold on! You can't be the navigator and the baker. You can't be the navigator and the baker. I can chart too. You guys can't do all the shit. We have jobs for other people. Like, damn. Also, real quick, your Discord, I sent the thing. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay, let me check. Then I will kitchen. You will be in kitchen. Yar har diddly dee. Being a pirate is all I can be. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar har diddly dee. Being a pirate is all I can be. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. This looks cute. Okay, wait. Put the line back, though, for the bun. Like, put that guideline back, because the bun looks weird without the guideline. It looks like it's, like, melting into her head. That's the only note I have. But I told you before I wasn't going to boss you around, because this is a free service you're doing for me. And I love and appreciate you, and I am not going to, like, tell you what to do. Chiro's gonna shade it. Oh no, then do whatever. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. As long as it's defined. Just define it. I don't care if you do it with shading or with line art. Just define it. That's it. That's it. Go on. Go on. Go on. You're good. Ignore me. Yar har diddly dee. This is good. What do you mean? If multiple people can do multiple things, we'll never be lacking in anything. True, but I have to give people defined titles so that they know what they're about and they feel loved, wanted, and supported. If everyone is just doing everything, nobody will be able to stay in their fucking lane. Which is the problem. Your heart diddly dee dee, a pirate is all I can be when I want to play this for you, a pirate. I have to purchase repo. I have to purchase repo for this event. It's $7. Hold up. Let me purchase repo and then we can continue. Let's purchase repo and then we can continue. Let me purchase repo and then we can continue our shit. I will put the music back on while I do this just because, you know. I just set up with it. Stop it. Hold up. Irium fell over just now. Let's put on music while I do this. I'm also going to download more music from Booth while we're here at some point. I said I was going to do that today in my head. We also need a shipwright. Who's good at building stuff? Who's good at building stuff? Damn right. Y'all are so silly. Jack of all trades, master in one. Just pick the master. Yeah. Pick what you want to master. Pick what you think you are the best at, and then you can just do that forever. Like, I'm sure everyone's good at everything, but that doesn't mean that, like, you don't want to be loved and respected and, like, empowered for what you are really, really good at. Like, everyone wants to be acknowledged for what they're best at. It makes you feel good to be like, this is my guy from the poster. Right? That it's good for everyone's spirit, heart, and morale to be able to be told, you are the best at this. You are my guy. Yay! I remember my email password. Are we using our model or creating a new character for ourselves? You're free to do whatever. No one's committed to doing anything. there in my cards? Oh wait, I don't know why that wasn't working just now. It kept telling me no. I know there's money on my thing. I just got paid. And making sure it floats. I can repair, but the work you cannot claim everything. You cannot claim everything. You cannot claim every role, Callie. Callie, you're already in the kitchen. You can help with whatever, but you are not going to be the shipwright. You cannot be the shipwright. You cannot be the shipwright. It's not fair. You're not allowed to be the shipwright. Because you're already the sous chef. You're already the sous chef / cook, right? And that also means that Adio is the sous chef / baker. You guys cannot do both. I'm sure y'all can make me a mean cocktail too. You're not allowed to do that because that's Azzy's job. Because I'm using my model, I think I'm making sure I'm a Lunarian. You want to be a Lunarian? You can be a Lunarian. That'd be fun. Why I'm not in the kitchen and I'm getting called in there and my hands will always be clean. That's so silly. Puzzler! Puzzle! Puzzle! Welcome back! Yay, boys. We're talking about One Piece. We're talking about One Piece. And we're planning for Joy Boy June. It's exciting. It's exciting. I know someone's going to be like, oh, you're currently in an event. I know, but I'm excited for my biggest event yet, which is going to be in June. And it's going to be the same. It's going to be me debuting on Twitch. And it's going to be so exciting. And I'm so excited to do it. I'm super uber excited to do One Piece month. Okay? And we're going to have our own pirate crew. And it's going to be great. I need to grab my credit card so I can pay repo. And not have to deal with all of this other weird shit that's happening on my thing. This is not my fanny pack. This is just my headphones. I grabbed my headphones because it's always attached to my fanny pack. And guess what? It's not attached to my fanny pack. Oy. Ignore the sounds of me rustling. Ignore the sounds of me rustling. What in God's good name? Where is my wallet? Oy. How did it fall out? I have a banana over here too. I forgot to grab the banana. I guess we need a banana at some point tonight. Okay. Ignore all the sounds of the rustling. Oh my god. You guys never complain about it, but I noticed it when I was listening back to one of my VODs. There's so much rustling that happens because they don't have a microphone. I never heard of One Piece. Boss, you're just fucking lying and just saying stupid shit now. Now I know you're just saying shit. Now I know you're just fucking with me and saying silly nonsense. Silly, silly, silly. You silly, silly, silly. Why are you so silly? Why are you so silly? Pacific Rim. I'm here now from Irium. Cast bald spot. I can cast bald spot. You're gonna make me bald? You can't make me bald. I don't have a bald toggle because that's silly. If you I am a regular as human. Yay. If you don't have the patience to watch, just read it. There are also people who have to turn the entirely of the manga into a novel format so you can find it that way. That's true. And we're gonna watch it together in June. So, like, you know, there is a chance in every angle for you to get into One Piece, a modern odyssey. Like, it's a modern odyssey. I think people should read One Piece and get into One Piece. I think it's a great piece of literature. It's great. Yeah, I was like, whoa, for some of that noise, for some of the noises. See, Audio's honest with me. He's like, wow, it's a lot of noise. Yeah, it's because I'm scared. For anybody in my VODs who are like, what the fuck is all that noise? I stream from my comfortable bed. I stream on a laptop. So I stream while cozied up in my sheets, and the rustling is blankets, usually. It's usually because I'm getting cold and I want to be warm. So if you ever hear rustling and my audio quality being shit, it's because I'm streaming from a laptop and I might need to adjust the laptop, or I'm getting comfortable. I try really hard not to move while I'm streaming for that exact reason, but like, I know my truth. Okay? I know my truth. I know who I am. I'm a bed streamer. I stream from my bed.
And I will not be denied being comfortable. I will not be ashamed of being cozy, comfy, and always content. Y'all can complain all day about the rustling. But at the end of the day, I'm comfy. Okay? At the end of the day, I am a comfortable lad. One Piece is the highest rated anime, manga, and piece of media in the world for a reason. Is it actually? Are you just making that up? Are you just making that shit up? Okay. You're gonna hear more rustling because I'm moving around trying to buy Repo. And it's on sale for so cheap that, like, I gotta do it right now. Because I have to get it for the event. Do I need to wear headphones to play this game? I'm not saying that it's a problem. I don't understand what Repo... I don't even know what Repo is. I just know it's something that we are using for our event. That's all I know about Repo. Anyway, while I do this, listen to the sweet sounds of Mugiwara Man. Listen to the sweet, sultry sounds of Mugiwara Man.
These guys are built different. Even Mihawk is moved because even though it looks
Repo
like he
is a
just
lethal
murdered the guy
company,
with the
but
green hair, he's
cozy
still
and more
alive. It just gave him a
terrifying.
really gnarly looking
sounds-
scar. He tells the green hair
I
guy
don't
that
know
it
what
took a
lethal
lot of
company
guts for him to
is.
challenge him here today, and I was
I have
originally
Repo.
just
I
chasing
can
these
teach you tomorrow
baboons so
if
that
you
I could
like.
pass
Okay.
the time. But I might have messed around and met a real one. So Roronoa Zoro, I need you to continue your training, get strong, and meet me on the Grand Line. So now everybody's fired up. They're chanting and screaming, "Go get him, crackhead!" So Mihawk just leaves. He was originally just looking for entertainment, and he found it. And after he leaves, Don Krieg is like, "Well, I have no idea what that was about, but I'm gonna keep trying to take the restaurant."
the
Fortunately for Don
quietness is
Krieg,
me
everybody's
buying
fired up
Repo.
after seeing Zoro and Mihawk fight, including the crackhead. The crackhead's like, I just listen, all right? Admittedly, I did do more damage to this restaurant than you before I even got here, but I'm gonna save it. So you watch this crackhead beat up on this pirate for 30 minutes. The whole time, the pirate, Don Krieg, he is just pulling out all the stops. He's pulling out bombs. He's got, I think at one point he had poison gas that he covered the entire area in. He is just pulling out every dirty Blackbeard Pirates play that he has in his book. None of it's stopping the crackhead, though. And I think the entire crowd that's watching understands, once the crackhead gets a hold of this guy, oh, it's over. So everybody's watching all of this unfold, and while all of this is happening, Sanji is just watching in awe. And so you, as Chef Zeph, you take the time to really
right.
explain to Sanji what he's
Remotely
looking at. Look closely,
installing, we have
Sanji.
Repo.
Some men, nothing else matters. Nothing but winning,
Another
chasing
problem
their dreams,
solved.
putting the
Thanks to
smack
power of
down on
credit
suckers
card.
that deserve it. That boy might be a crackhead, but he's gonna be king of the crackheads
Good
soon enough.
Work,
And I know another
lads.
idiot that has
I
aspirations
found
that
my
might be just as
Canadian
lofty.
clear.
He's not taking him as seriously
Quite clearly
as a
Canadian,
crackhead
I
with
have it
nothing to
now.
lose. So with that, you retreat back
Unless
into the
you
ship.
use
The
the
fighting
game
wasn't
in-
even over, but you were like, I've
use
seen
the
enough. This crackhead's
in-game
gonna win.
chat,
And you go to
which is
sleep. You wake up, and of course, all the
distance
fighting is
control.
over, and the crackhead did win. Sanji does eventually decide to follow his dreams. A very heartfelt
What the fuck are
goodbye
you talking about?
ensues, and the crew of
Not
lunatics
really, but
now
the
have
VC
their
is
crew.
required
And now there
for
is one more
communicating.
island that everybody has to go
Oh,
to before they have crossed off
you're
every
in for
island
a
in the
treat
East Blue,
then.
or at least every
Basically,
island that they
you
need
go
to go
into
to
a
punch
facility,
somebody.
gather
And you
items
guys should
while
know by
avoiding
now that the
ugly-ass
final
monsters
island is
and
Arlong
meeting a
Park. Let me
quota
set the
via
stage
the
for you. All right,
collective
Arlong
worth
is this
of the
fish guy
items you
that's
gather.
racist. He
And then
murdered Nami's
and
mother
that's the loop.
and basically
Okay.
made her be a slave for pretty much her entire
Sounds like a game that
childhood, drawing
exists.
maps and doing other stuff like that. Here's the
I've
thing.
never really
I don't like
played horror
Arlong,
games.
and for what
I
he
don't know
did
if
to
I'll
our
be
beautiful
scared or not.
navigator Nami Swollen, I just don't feel comfortable seeing the events of Arlong Park through his perspective. But luckily,
be,
there was
like,
one
really
person who
boring
was on the
because he
island
doesn't
there
get
to
scared.
observe all of the hilarious events unfold with
If
little
everyone
to
else
no
is
context
screaming
at all.
and I'm sitting
And
there
long-time
like,
viewers of
"What
the
is
channel
happening?
may
What
already
is
know where I'm
happening?
going with this, but
What?"
this is where Luffy's first bounty picture was taken. So that means, yes, everybody, it is time for us to witness the genesis of Jimmy Scoops. You see, Jimmy Scoops is a photographer that would eventually work for the World Economic Press. He's the best
Jimmy
of the best.
Scoops!
He hasn't met Big News Morgans yet. In fact, he hasn't even encountered the main cash cow of Big News Morgans, the crackhead and his band of lunatics. That is until Arlong
I love
Park. You
Big
see,
News
Jimmy Scoops
Morgans,
is
by
a
the
bit
way,
of a
as a
screw-up, both
concept. He
before
is such a
encountered
piece
the
of
Straw
shit, and
Hats
he's
and
so
honestly after
funny.
it up until the
Just
New World.
Bird.
Keeps taking pictures
My
with the
god,
lens cap
one of the
on.
best scenes in One Piece is when Big News Morgans is in his fucking ship talking about how he's like, I define the truth.
It's so fucking funny. This Birdman fucking monologuing in the heavens, and then the government tries to take his ass out, and he's like, "Who the fuck do you think you are, government? You think you define the truth? I define the truth. I am above the law. I literally am above you. I fly over you people." It's so funny. I love
just,
Big
it really
Americans.
gets in
He's
the way
funny.
of his photographering, if you could imagine. So while our favorite crackhead is adventuring all across the
And
East
also
Blue,
use the
Jimmy
money
is off
for the
on his own
quota
trying to
to
figure
get
out what the next
upgrades
step
to
in
do
his
shit
career is going
easier.
to be.
Okay.
That is until, of course, in his travels
I will
across the East
figure
Blue,
out.
he hears rumors about this crazy
I
person
will
just
figure it
running
out.
around fighting everybody. He beat up Axe-Hand Morgan and his son and freed a dangerous lunatic that wanted to be a pirate hunter until he got kicked off the force for police brutality. Beat up a killer clown, saving an entire city from
I don't understand though. I don't understand, by the way. Okay, hold on. I'm
Captain
sorry.
Crow of
That
1,000
sound is me
dumbass
moving my
plans.
laptop.
And
to get my
recently,
jacket
Jimmy just
out
tried to
from
get a drink at
underneath the laptop
Barati and
because
saw
this
the
entire
mess that was
time my
going on.
outside
Holes
jacket has
everywhere
been
in
on
the
my
restaurant.
bed,
And he was like,
which I know is gross.
I'll just eat it the next
But I
time.
took it off.
All of
and
it, all
it's
of it.
super
So Jimmy
fluffy
follows
and
the smoke
pink and
until
soft.
eventually he makes
And
it to
I
Arlong
didn't-
Park.
I
He's
completely
walking around
forgot
trying
it's
to
like
get as much
not a
information
blanket.
as he can. So
A
far,
piece
all
of
that he knows is
clothing.
that there's this fish guy that's in charge of the whole island. But that's all he can find out.
Don't
Everybody else is really
mind
hush-hush
the
about everything.
rustling.
So Jimmy
Please
just
stop
walking, trying to
mentioning
figure
the
out what's going on until
rustling.
eventually he
I'm
comes
sorry.
across a
I'm trying
crackhead
to
just
get
laying in the middle of the
comfortable.
road. Jimmy's hesitant at first, but he eventually walks up to him. Hey, leave me alone. I'm taking a nap in the middle of the road. I can see that. Hey, are you that crackhead that's been running around just beating everybody up for no reason? I don't remember that, but hey, you got any food on you? Any food? Yeah, like some meat maybe, a burger. You got any McDoubles on you? Do I have any
McDoubles.
McDoubles on you? Well, let me check. No, I do
I
not
have
have
food
any
to eat
McDoubles. I'm
tomorrow.
sorry. Damn. Well, you know if there's any food close by? I want to grab some lunch for my middle of the road nap. I don't know, I think I saw a Wendy's closer to the beginning of the village. I mean, I could get you some if you want, if you're willing to answer my questions and let me take a few pictures. Hey, yeah. Why don't you bring me some Wendy's? That'd be great. And I'll be sure to return the favor, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean.
I do
Why do you
not
sound
know
like
what
a
you mean,
mobster from The
Luffy.
Godfather? What's gonna happen after I feed you? But to Jimmy's surprise, the crackhead doesn't respond because he is already sound asleep. So Jimmy doesn't worry about it. He goes to the Wendy's, picks up a nice 4 for $4 for the crackhead so that he can answer his questions and get some pictures. And then he starts walking around again. But when he comes back to the middle of the road, the crackhead's
want
not
other
there anymore. So
suggestions,
Jimmy
by
keeps
the way,
walking
for
to try
my
to find
event
him. And that's
that
when
I'm
Jimmy
planning.
comes across a
'Cause
crying
for
woman
the
in the
One
middle of
Piece
the
thing,
road,
I
and the
like
crackhead is
actually
standing
have
right
big
behind her.
ideas
Jimmy
for
watches
it,
from
and
a
I wanna
safe
re- I
distance and
really
he observes the
do, I
crackhead
really,
put his
really
hat
want
on
to
top of
do.
the crying woman's head, take a few
I
steps
really want
forward,
to
and
do
then
One
suddenly,
Piece
without
event.
warning, he screams to the sky.
That's all I want.
I'm a goofy goober! Ah! The crackhead keeps walking, and Jimmy realizes that all of the other lunatics in his crew, they're right there waiting for him. He's a goofy goober! Ah! So Jimmy is watching all of this without context, like, what is going on? He has no idea why they're slow motion
Those are your
walking
ideas. I
to
told
where
you
they are
my
going to.
ideas.
Jimmy decides, I need to
I
find
think the
somebody
Davy
else.
back
This is all
fight
too
is such a
ridiculous.
funny
So Jimmy
fucking
manages to walk ahead of them
concept.
because, again, they're
I
walking in slow
think,
motion.
I
And when
think
Jimmy
a
makes it to
Davy
the end of
back
that
fight
same
where my
road, he finds a
mods are
blockade
sold
in
off
front of
is so
Arlong Park. So
fucking
Jimmy's
funny.
like, okay, what is
That
going
is such
on
a
on this
fucking
island? Who
funny
are the fish
concept.
people
What
on
do
the
you
other side of that fence?
mean?
And one of the townspeople give Jimmy this monologue about how they're all waiting for certain
I'm a
people that will
goofy
come
goober.
turn the hands of fate and then change the world
are
for the
you gonna
better. And while they're
do
giving this
what to
epic
me?
and dramatic
If
monologue,
we do a
Jimmy
Davy
hears
back
from
fight,
over
you're
the
gonna have to
hill.
be someone else's mod for a week.
So I'm
I
writing an
feel
essay
like,
on
okay, like,
cats.
listen, I feel like this has to be drastic. Like, I have to remove you from the server for a week. like, Davy back fights are serious. Like, Davy back fights are serious business when it comes to pirate crews, right? Is it a loyalty punishment for some? For being a Davy back fight? Do you not know what a Davy back fight means? Davy back fight means that, like, you are no longer a part of my pirate crew. You're like removed from my pirate crew completely, but it won't be forever because this is all fun. So it would be like for a week you are removed from my server and you are no longer my mod, and I can no longer like depend on you as a mod. You have to like put somebody else's name in your bio and shit. It's like, it would be a Navy back fight. Like, you would be removed from the person's fan base. Like, you would no longer be a member of that person's fan base. It would be a Davy back fight. You would lose that person. That was my idea that I suggested. Yeah, I know, and it's such a funny fucking concept. Like, the idea of a Davy back fight where you legitimately are sold off is so goddamn funny! It is so legitimately hilarious. That is so funny to me. This isn't the 1800s. You can't just lend me to someone for anymore. I can. If you're in a Davy back fight, you agree as being a part of my crew to be sold off if you lose the Davy back fight. Davy back fights, and that's what happens. That's what happens. The Davy back fight, yeah. The captains go up against each other, and then here's the thing too. I don't get to pick who gets kicked out of my mod group. You guys have to tell people, oh, this is what I'm good at. Like audio, you would have to be like, I'm really good at doing video editing and clipping, and the other team gets to pick who they want. So they might be like, oh, I want that guy. I want that guy on my team for a week. I want that guy to do clips for me for a week. And they just will take you. I like this. What, you don't want to be on my team anymore? You don't want to be a part of my crew anymore? Wow.
Cats in art history. I'm an art history major, and this final is due.
Wow, I'm so ready to be off of my crew. It's crazy.
Jimmy is left only to assume that this crackhead and his friends are the certain men that will change fate for the entire island. He doesn't know what else to do, so Jimmy just sits back and watches. And Jimmy watches as these men cross the blockade and they just start beating up all the fishmen. At one point, the long-nosed guy just takes off, just runs away from the
spot. You'd be like, oh, he's really good at making your Discord server look nice. And you'd be like, oh, I need that guy. I want somebody to fix up my Discord server. And they'll just take you. They'll just take you for a week, and you have to fix up their Discord server for a week. And you have to. Like, you have to be nice and follow through. You have to be nice and be a good sport about it. Slavery. Yes. Yes.
Bobble, and Jimmy's like, I mean, I don't know. I guess that makes sense. He doesn't really look like he can fight. And so then a fishman runs off after him. But then only the long-nosed guy comes back. So Jimmy's like, are they just killing everybody? What's going on? I didn't even think that guy could fight, but apparently he took him into the woods, beat him up, and then ran back. And inside our long park, it is no better. The crackhead and the swordsman and the cook that can kick, they're just beating up everybody until eventually Luffy beats up the big shark guy and then breaks the entire fortress of Arlong Park. The whole building comes down with one attack from this crackhead. The townspeople immediately start cheering, throwing their hats and everything in the air, thanking the crackhead for everything that he's done. And Jimmy has never been more confused. From his perspective, the fish people were like the mayor or the town officials, something, I don't know. And this crackhead who definitely was not a part of this village before. Like, Jimmy knows for a fact this crackhead just got to this island maybe like 30 minutes ago. And in that 30 minutes, the crackhead has managed to beat up literally everyone in charge of this island. It's astonishing. It's insane. But after the fight's over, Jimmy manages to give the Wendy's 4 for 4 to the crackhead. The crackhead thanks him. Jimmy makes sure that the lens cap is off of his camera, and he takes the crackhead's picture. He still doesn't have too much of a concept of who this crackhead is and what these lunatics are all about, but he's about to get some more clues, because immediately after that, Jimmy walks out to his car and he sees that one of the Marines are giving him a parking ticket. You see Jimmy parked right in front of a fire hydrant, and he's like, you know what, it is what it is, let me just pay you. So when Jimmy walks up to the Marine to pay the parking ticket, immediately and without warning, the crackhead sends a rubber fist flying straight into the cop that was giving him a parking ticket. Knocks him clean out, and he's just like, hey, don't mess with my friend. Yo, why did you do that? I could have just paid the ticket.
He's fucking funny. It's my favorite. He's my favorite One Piece YouTuber.
What I did for you, that Wendy's was delicious. And now all your enemies are my enemies. Enemies? What? And I promise, Photo Guy, no matter what problems stand in your way, I will be there to sort it out for you. Just come find me when you need me most. Find you when I need you most. What, are you magic? What are you doing? Why did you knock this guy out? Am I gonna get in trouble for that? Oop, not if you can run fast enough. Yahoo! Hey, wait a minute, don't leave me with this. Get back here. So Jimmy takes off chasing the crackhead until he boards his ship and he sees that there's a crowd of people waiting to send them off. Jimmy takes note and he's like, okay, wow, I guess they all really like this guy. But seriously, hang on, I got more questions for you. This is when Jimmy sees that a woman that he previously thought was just part of the village, she runs through the crowd of people saying goodbye to the pirates, and she pickpockets everyone in the crowd. It's honestly the most impressive display of pickpocketing that Jimmy has ever seen. She steals from literally everybody, gets on the ship, and looks back at him like, hee, ain't I a stinker? And so Jimmy's like, what? Who are you people? You guys are all crazy. Hang on, no, I gotta get all your pictures now. Shut up, dummy. I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Let's go, guys. Hit it. Come on, sing along, all your hopes and dreams. So Jimmy watches as these lunatics sail off into the sunset. And he's got tons of questions, but he couldn't have known that what he watched was the birth of the craziest pirate crew to ever sail the
Oh my god, that was my fucking stim all day today. That was my stim all day today. Hashikeru yume wo hashikaru e ba 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 tayomono ne kanagi iuru yosa. Can I have some of CP9's power but still be a pirate? Sure. Yeah, sure. My crew has CP9, but like they're also pirates. I know the lyrics by heart like a fucking nerd loser. No, that's fun. I don't know all the lyrics by heart. I do know some of it by heart, but not all of it. But like that's everybody who likes One Piece. Just like everybody who likes One Piece.
And just like all of us back at home, Jimmy was watching these lunatics sail.
In Albion, no matter where you go or what you do, your mount will accompany you on your journey. Perhaps you'll pick the ox, a merchant's best friend. It can carry anything you throw at it. Okay, maybe not that much. Fearless, armored horse. It doesn't mind riding even into certain
Thank you for the boba
And in case you
drink.
want to
I love
cosplay as the
you.
ultimate edgelord,
Congratulations,
we got just the right mount for you.
Adya.
Perhaps you prefer a more peaceful life, that of a gatherer. This
You
deer
want
will help
that?
you with your goals. Just look at these strong legs. If you're unfortunate enough to encounter this beast, honestly,
This video is sponsored by Squarespace, an amazing all-in-one website platform that makes starting, managing, or growing your brand an easy and unique experience. More on Squarespace and everything they have to offer later in the video. Now, in the last video that we put out on the channel, I was explaining why every island in the East Blue is actually hilarious, and a lot of you were quick to point out I actually missed an island, which was the very last island that they went to in the East Blue. I didn't count this one for a couple reasons, but you're right, I should have went into it, and so that's what I'm here to do today. That's right, everybody, we are taking a look at the events of Logtown, or Logtown. I don't know, it's the place where Goldie Roger was executed at the very beginning of the story. Now, this is an island that holds great...
Okay, listen, I feel like people don't get this. I don't usually drink like daily, but it's the holiday season in Trinidad. You have rum cake and puncha creme, and then you drink all the puncha creme and all the rum cake, and you eat all the rum cake, and then you just, that's the vibe. You just have liquor because it's holiday time. You just drink because it's holiday time and it's around. We have a lot of alcohol in our community. Brutus, but he's 6'8" and 320 pounds. I am 154 pounds and I am 5'3". I am 154 pounds and I am 5'3". Ain't I a stinker? Can I have some CP9 powers? Yes.
Great significance in the One Piece world, but it's also a place where a lot of wacky stuff happens. And I am thrilled to first take a look at these events through the eyes of the former funniest person in the East Blue, Buggy D. Clown. So walk with me, alright? You are Buggy D. Clown, alright? You are supposed to be the funniest person in the East Blue, but then a crackhead showed up out of nowhere, beat you up, made you a head with 2 hands and 2 feet, and gum bazookaed you far away from your crew and anything that you recognize. When you come to, you don't really know what's going on, but you do know one thing. You gotta get revenge on this crackhead, alright? So you start building a makeshift raft to get off the deserted island you found yourself on, and you set off in the sea. Mind you, you are a devil fruit user, of course, so the sea is very dangerous to you. But also, apparently fish are very dangerous to you, because as soon as you set off onto the sea, these fish start trying to whip your...
my favorite One Piece YouTuber, and we're talking about my One Piece event in June, and we're getting cozy, and we're chilling out, and we're having snacks, and we're rustling a little bit too much, because I'm moving around a lot tonight, because I'm tired. And I V2 from my bed, so... get used to the rustling. There's a laptop on my lap and I have to move around to get comfortable. And we're what? What? We're watching stuff.
Ass. For no reason, too. I don't know if these are piranhas or what's going on, but they are on Buggy's ass. And so eventually Buggy's raft gets destroyed and he's marooned on this island with no place to go. So Buggy's like, alright, well listen, I gotta figure something out. So Buggy starts running around trying to find some lunch until he comes across some baby birds. Ecstatic, Buggy's like, alright, I see some lunch. So Buggy starts chasing around these birds and he finally corners one, and right before he deals the finishing blow to make this bird his lunch, the daddy bird shows up and just starts whooping Buggy's ass. And this is when we're reminded that Buggy is just as much of a Looney Tunes character character as Luffy is, because Buggy is running around trying to set up some wily coyote traps for the papa bird and the baby birds. He sets up a trap pit in the middle of the road, and the big ass bird, he walks by the pit and he's like, what the hell is
Oh,
this?
if you're gonna be my cook, you have to make
so insulted, the
really
bird sets
tasty
off
pork.
the trap on his own, but Buggy's not paying attention. So when he hears the trap goes off, he rushes out to try to go find his dinner, and right when he does that, the bird just smacks him against the wall, and that's when the papa bird just whoops his ass and he starts trying to eat him. And this looks pretty grim because there's no one here that can bail Buggy out of this situation. All right, he is about to get eaten by this giant bird, and he does get eaten for like a couple seconds until the bird realizes Buggy doesn't bathe. He spits Buggy out because he's so dirty and nasty, and Buggy gets launched toward another island. And so now, marooned on another deserted island, Buggy realizes this island is filled with a lot of weird ass animals. That's not all though, because he realizes that it's also home to somebody else, a weird guy inside of a box. The guy in the box shoots Buggy in the back of his head, and he's like, well, okay, you want to fight me? Let's do this. So the box person and Buggy, as a head, two hands, and a pair of feet, they start engaging in Mortal Kombat. This whole time, the animals are just watching, crowding around. It's a spectacle. So Buggy and this box person are fighting, and the box guy actually looks like he's...
Have you guys ever taken pork? Like, I'll take pork shoulder, and then I'll take brown sugar, and I'll sprinkle that on top of the pork shoulder, and then I'll put that in the air fryer, and I'll put like a brown sugar crust on my pork, and it's super fucking tasty, super good. Bun Witch, hey Bun Witch, we're watching my favorite YouTube man, my favorite One Piece YouTube man, and we're talking about my One Piece event in June. It's called Joy Boy June. If you would like to donate and support my shit, feel free. You can do so on YouTube, or you can send gifts on Ethereum. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Just two pals hunting in the woods. I'm gonna show that backs and we've got the goods. Well, that sounds super good. It is tasty. It is tasty.
Got the upper hand on Buggy, but before he delivers the finishing blow, Buggy ends up telling him that he is a pirate too. And so the box person's like, well, what a coincidence. I'm a pirate also. And just like that, these two bond. They have dinner that night and just get really drunk around a bonfire. I mean, even the animals get drunk. Which, side note, I don't know how much alcohol animals can drink, but...
What the fuck? What's this? What's this? I don't know what this is. Go away.
They get hammered. It's hilarious. Around the campfire with all these drunk ass animals, this is when Buggy tells the box person that the two things he loves most in this world is treasure and alcohol. And the box person's like, well, a man after my own heart. How do you do? Come on, have some more drink, you crazy bastard. So the box person tells Buggy that he's been on this island for 20 years. And empathizing with the situation, Buggy says, you might as well just join my crew. But the box person declines. He says these animals on this island, these drunk ass alcoholic animals, they are his family now, so we can't just leave them behind. Buggy accepts his decision, and the two drink the night away until the next day. And the next day, Buggy, the box person, and all the hungover animals that were at the bonfire last night, they all help Buggy fix his raft so that he can leave the island. A very emotional goodbye ensues. I mean, they've got tears in their eyes. These two really became best friends in just the shortest amount of time, but Buggy knows that he needs to leave the island. Which is why it's hilarious that immediately after Buggy sets up, like, I'm serious, like, he's still like 5 feet away from the shore. The second his raft goes off into the sea, a giant crab shows up and starts trying to murder Buggy right there. And Buggy's adventure again almost comes to an end right there. This is like the third time that nature and the elements have outright almost killed him. But right before this giant crab does the deed and finishes Buggy off, a very attractive pirate, watching from the sidelines, finishes off the crab and saves Buggy. Now imagine how Buggy feels. He has almost been killed like at least 3 times at this point, and then this goddess just pulls up to him and he's like, hey, are you looking for that rubbery crackhead? I myself am also looking for him. How about we team up? So Buggy's like, sure. So Buggy says the first thing they should do is find his crew so that they can all regroup. So now they both start looking for Buggy's crew. When they pull up on the island that they're on, Buggy sees that these idiots are all having a funeral for him. They're all crying, talking about how Buggy was supposed to lead them to do great things. They're saying all this nice stuff, and then out of nowhere, Buggy's number 2 and his number 3 spots, they start saying, you know what, I think I should be the leader. And they start getting into a fight. And I'm not talking about like a trivial, like, all right, let's just settle this really quick. This lasts for like the entire day. Buggy is watching these two idiots have a Dragon Ball Z fight for their Saiyan pride over which one of them gets to be the leader of his crew. Fight lasts for a long time, but then out of nowhere, a bunch of cannibals show up and they start trying to eat all the Buggy pirates, which is just a wild development, by the way. We went from these idiots trying to figure out which one of them was going to be king of the idiots. We cut from that to a bunch of natives on this island that eat people, crashing the party, putting all of these clown people in a big ass bowl so they can turn them into clown soup. So until until now, Buggy was having a good time watching this, and he was like, you know, I can't watch my crew get eaten by these people. I got to do something. So Buggy steps in like the Messiah that he is, and I mean, imagine what it's like to be the Buggy Pirates. Right? You have had a very confusing couple of days. You and your crew were minding your own business, doing pirate stuff until the crackhead showed up and beat up everybody. And to your knowledge, your captain has lost his life. So when you try to hold a funeral and resolve who will take the reins as the next leader of the Buggy Pirates, suddenly cannibals show up and start trying to turn everybody into soup. Like, funerals suck already, but can you imagine going to a funeral and then realizing, oh, I guess I'm about to be soup? And also, I'm sorry, I gotta talk about these cannibals. Why would you just met these dirty clown people. Why would you boil them all inside a giant witch cauldron and try to cook them all into one disgusting and sweaty soup? You know they don't bathe. There's a lion in there too. They don't care. They don't care about how anything tastes. These guys are just comical cannibals. I'm convinced they don't care about the taste of anything. They're just trying to eat some people. Guys, before the story continues, a quick word from the sponsor.
Did you know that there's a theory that says the One Piece is just
your first
an
special
afro?
thank you to you for watching this video. And with that, we are back to the show. So anyway, Buggy has been through a lot, but now he has finally managed to reunite with his crew. He puts all of his body parts back where they should be as well, and now the Buggy Pirates are off to settle the score with that lunatic that gave his whole crew a beating back in Orange Town. So now everybody's headed to Logtown, or Logtown. Again, I really don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, everybody's heading there. So now I think it's important that we switch perspectives to the other funniest perspective in this arc, and that is going to be our favorite cop buddy, Smoker. Now here's the deal, okay? Just walk with me for a second. You are Smoker, alright? You are a by-the-books Marine cop. You are stationed in Logtown and beat up and arrest every pirate that you come across, and damn it, you are good at your job. So when you hear about this new up-and-coming rookie pirate that somehow managed to amass the highest bounty in the East Blue in a little over like 3 days,
there's a video where this guy is like, I think I figured out what the One Piece is, and he's like, oh, well, because the guys who went to Laugh Tale said that whatever it is was so ridiculous that it made them sob, that it must be something that's funny, right? And One Piece constantly talks about the power of an afro, how like afros are so powerful and they empower you and shit. So like, what if the thing that started a fucking 800 or 900 year fucking war that's been going on forever? What if it's just an afro wig? Like it's so funny and so silly. So shredded pork leg, panin. Oh, you guys call it the same thing we call it. Crusted roll topped with avocado, onion, and tomato. Oh, okay. I hate jalapenos. It tastes like pea to me. And soaked in the flavor sauce or crema. Oh, it was panin. Panin is delicious. I love panin. That's funny. Turns out it's a frog with an afro. Yeah, that's basically the theory. The theory is that it's just an afro wig. But there's no way. Because Roger straight up says when he goes to Laugh Tale that he's 10 years too early. He says, I'm like 10 years too early at least. At the bare minimum, I'm 10 years too early. 20 years pass, but he says I'm like at least 10 years too early. Bare minimum, I'm 10 years too early. In 10 years or so, somebody, oh god, I'm so tired. In 10 years, the right person's gonna be born. Or in 10 years, the right person's gonna come and find whatever the fuck this is. And they'll be able to do it. I'm too early, though. So, I don't think it's an afro or something that silly. Whatever it is, right, by first glance, you know if you're on time or not. Which is interesting to me. Which I think that's a good hint. That whatever it is something that if you see it immediately, you know if you're on time or not. I don't know what that could be, but still, Roger saw it and laughed so hard he cried. But that doesn't mean it's funny. That just probably means it's something that's upsetting enough to make you be like, if I don't laugh, I'll cry. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. And then they're like, why did nobody tell us? Why did everybody come to this island and see what the fuck it was and then not tell anybody? And why is it that till this day they won't tell us? Why is it that all those people just disbanded their crew after Roger died, didn't join any other crews? That's also weird. These people didn't join any other crews. They just disbanded and they never talked about it. What the fuck is this? And why is it that when all of these people heard this announcement from Vegapunk all they did was get drunk and try to pretend they didn't know what was going on. Whatever it was, I think that theory is dumb because whatever it was is not funny. Like, clearly, the people who saw it do not think it was funny. They laughed until they cried, but that doesn't mean that, like, it's actually funny. It's enough to make a grown man laugh instead of crying, sure, but that doesn't mean that whatever it is like, actually something comedic. I don't think it's something painfully serious, because it probably is, but, like, I don't think it's, like, you know, it's One Piece. There's probably something silly about it, but still, I don't know what the One Piece is. I just don't think it's something that is that ridiculous. I think that it's impossible for it to be something that goofy. It's gonna be something, like, maybe goofy, but I don't think it's anything that goofy. There's just no way. It cannot be something that goofy. Functionally, I don't think it can be that goofy. I mean, I don't know. Theoretically, if I'm gonna play devil's advocate for this thing that I just don't think is true, theoretically speaking, let's say it is something as ridiculous as, like, just an afro, right? It's just an afro wig. It would have to be an afro wig with context, though. It would have to be context that would be so upsetting for you to find out that, like, oh, people are willing to do all of this over something this ridiculous. I would literally rather die than tell people this. You would have to have context around it that you would understand without knowing about this secret conspiracy and shit. There would have to be something. I don't know. I think that would be too easy. I think making that silly would be too easy.
Piques your curiosity. Now, you see, you also have intel that this same guy is headed to Logetown as well. So Smoker doesn't sweat it. He starts doing his patrol around Logetown and beating up any pirates that he comes across. And he thinks that if he runs into the Straw Hat guy, he'll just arrest him as soon as he sees him. So while Smoker is beating up all of these pirates, you can imagine his confusion when a lunatic appears out of nowhere, asking for directions to the execution platform that Roger lost his life on. And so Smoker sees this wacky guy, like a cartoon, come to life, and he's like, alright, you know, you're a weird guy, but I know where the execution platform is. It's that way. So the crazy kid thanks Smoker, and he makes his way to the execution platform. A little while later, while Smoker is having a drink, he realizes that that crazy person he just met in that alley, that's actually Straw Hat Luffy. So Smoker's like, oh, hell no, not in my city. He rushes to the execution platform to arrest this guy. And when he gets there, he sees Luffy just climbing all over the execution platform. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but just come down, all right? You're under arrest. And that's when this lunatic is like, shut up, dummy. I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
Shut up, dummy.
This is when Smoker starts to lose it a little bit, all right? He starts getting a little bit angry because just because he's a Marine doesn't mean he also doesn't have a tremendous amount of respect for Goldie Roger. So this crazy guy saying he's gonna become king of the pirates, so that doesn't sit well with him at all. And I mean, this would infuriate anybody. Put yourself in Smoker's shoes. So you beat up this little lunatic and send his ass flying. Like, really, you just knocked this little bastard all the way across town. And while this is happening, Buggy and his crew have made it to Logetown, and they are getting drunk in one of the bars in the city. So when they look up and see a crackhead just flying through the sky, they realize that unless that's some other magical flying crackhead, they need to get after that guy because that's who they're looking for. So Buggy and his crew take off in the direction that they saw Luffy flying towards, and Smoker realizes, alright, he's looking for the execution platform for some reason. He says he's going to be king of the pirates. I bet he's going to return right here. So for now, Smoker's taking it easy. He kicks his feet up, he starts reading a newspaper and talking to a sniper called Daddy, and waits until he gets word of that lunatic coming back to the execution platform. A little while later, Buggy is frustrated because despite having seen the crackhead flying through the sky, he still hasn't found him yet. So Buggy and his entire crew are eating at this restaurant, and I kid you not, they're like 5 feet away from Luffy. Like, the crackhead they're looking for, he is right behind them in this restaurant. Buggy doesn't even realize it. He's throwing a full-on temper tantrum in this restaurant like, I'm the funniest person in this show. I shouldn't be upstaged by that bouncy crackhead. And while Buggy's banging his hands on his table, he managed to fling all of his money at the crackhead. And of course, this crazy-ass crackhead was delighted when Buggy decided to give him some money. So he walks over to Buggy's table and is like, thanks, dude. Buggy is so blinded by rage, he lets that entire interaction happen. He fully has a conversation with this crackhead as he thanks him for the money, and the crackhead just walks out of the restaurant. And so that's when Buggy turns around like, wait a minute, who the hell was that? And his crew member's like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that was that Straw Hat guy. And Buggy is furious. All of that.
I should finish the Christmas milk.
To almost.
Wait, I fucked up the video.
You are a by the books Marine cop. First purchase of a website or.
No. This is a sign, because I'm
donate.
tired.
A very special thank you.
Okay. I am too tired. I'm too tired. The rustling continues because I'm sitting up. Boy. I'm too tired. I'm too tired. That means it's time for bed. It was a very tidy stream. Like 2.5 hours. It's like 2.5 hours. And we had a very small audience tonight, which I don't mind. I will amuse anybody no matter what. I don't mind. Night night, Ruby. I will go bed time. Let me do outro time. Time to do outro. If you like the videos we are watching, just search up One Piece is hilarious and it'll come up on YouTube. He is so fucking funny. He is very funny. I love him. He's my favorite. I watch his comfort material all the time. He's so funny to me. He's so funny. Mugiwara man. Peace out. I'm gonna do my outro. God damn, Anjo. Damn, okay. Fucking fine. Abandon me before I even do my outro. Shit, whatever. You don't want to be told I love you every night? That's fair. You know what I actually want to do before I go to bed that I haven't been doing? I'm gonna read all the places you'll go, and then I'll go to bed, I think. Because I haven't read it in a while, and I really want to. Audio, have you ever heard me read Oh the Places You'll Go? I don't think you have. I think you came in like after I put a pause on doing that every day. I used to read it every single day. You've never heard me read it? Well, I used to read it every single night, and then we stopped doing nightly book clubs. We haven't done a book club in a minute, but I will read Oh the Places You'll Go, and then I'll go to bed. It used to be Oh the Places You'll Go and The Walrus and the Carpenter. Those were our two go-to nighttime streams. And I have a audiobook I recorded. Being in your stream. Yeah, you haven't heard me, then do it yet. I'm gonna read it. Alright guys, I'm gonna read Other Places You'll Go, and then we will go to bed because I'm tired. So let's do that. Let us do that. I put on some very chill, calming music. Usually I would put on there's like specific songs I put on, but they're copywritten, so I'm not going to. We make adjustments now that we're moving to YouTube and Twitch. We make adjustments to our plans. We make adjustments. Whoa. Where is it? There it is. Found it in my files. I have a copy of a digital copy of my book. Of the book on my phone. My first half a month being in your streams. Yay. It's okay. We'll read Oh the Places You'll Go because I miss reading it. I was thinking about reading it yesterday. Like just in a general sense. I was thinking about this book. I haven't read it in a while. It's a good book. Cough cough. Ready? Okay. Oh the Places You'll Go. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head and you have feet in your shoes, and you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your way and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. And about some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're just too smart to go down any knots of good streets. And you may not find any you want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. What? Oh, it's opener there in the wide open air. I'm so stupid. I'm like half asleep, you can tell. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start to happen too. Oh, the places you'll go, you'll be up on your way, you'll be seeing great sights, you'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't.
I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true, that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get hung up in the prickly perches, and your game will fly on and leave you in the lurches. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you will be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, and you're not in for much fun, unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some places are light, some windows are lightened, but mostly are dark. A place you can sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right? Or right in 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go right back and sneak in from behind? Simple, it's not. I'm afraid you will find for a mind maker upper to make up their mind. You can get so confused, and then you'll start into race down long wriggly rows in a breakneck pace, and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, towards the most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. I'm sorry for the stuttering. I have a speech impediment, which is part of why I liked reading every night. It helps me to not have a speech impediment. I have a very small one that I used to go to speech classes for, and then I stopped because I was a baby, and then I stopped going. Waiting for a fish to bite, or waiting for the wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for a Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not you. Somehow you'll escape all the waiting and staying. You'll find a bright place where the boom bands are playing. With banners flip-flapping once more, you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky, ready because you're that kind of guy. Oh, the places you'll go, there is so much fun to be done. There are points to be scored, there are games to be won, and the magical things you can win with that, oh god, you can do with that ball, will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame, you'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. There you go. I love hearing you read. I try my best. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone will be something you are quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, though the weather be foul, and on you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, though the hat crack and howl. On many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to problems whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. And never forget to be dexterous and deaf, and never mix up your right and your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98 3/4% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Boxman, or Bixby, or Bray, or Mordecai Alvan Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. There you go. I can't move mountains. Yes, you can. You just gotta believe in yourself a little bit more. I could read one more thing, and then it's bedtime. And as always, my last thing I always choose to read is my favorite story of all time. So we shall read this, and then it's bedtime for Broopy, because Broopy is tired, but Broopy feels like streaming. He's just tired. He's just tired. Okay. The Carpenter and the Walrus. This is a physical book, so it'll be slightly easier. I also just know this poem by heart by now. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all its might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright, and this was very odd because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkingly because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. The sea was wet as wet could be. The sand was dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead. There were no birds to fly. The walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If this were only swept away, they said, it would be grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept for half a year, do you believe the walrus said that they could get it clear? I doubt it, said the carpenter, and shed a bitter tear. Oh, oysters, come and walk with us, the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk, along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4 to take a hand of each. The eldest oyster looked at them, but never a word he said. The eldest oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for their treats. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat, and this was very odd because they hadn't any feet. 4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4, and thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore. The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood, all waiting in a row. The time has come, the walrus said. The walrus did beseech. To talk of... Oh, no, fuck, I fucked up. The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Of shoes and ships and sealing wax. Of cabbages and kings. And why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings. But wait a bit, the oysters cried, before we have our chat. For some of us are out of breath and all of us are fat. My nose is so itchy. No hurry, said the carpenter. They thanked him much for that. A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar beside are very good indeed. Now, if you are ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed. But not on us, the oysters cried, before we have our chat. After such kindness... But not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness, that would be such a dismal thing to do. The night is fine, the walrus said. Do you admire the view? It was so kind of you to come, and you are so very nice. The carpenter said nothing but cut us another slice. I wish you weren't quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice. It seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick. After we've brought them out so far and made them trot so quick. The carpenter said nothing but the butter is spread too thick. I weep for you, the walrus said. I deeply sympathize. With sobs and tears he snorted out those of the largest size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. Oh, oysters, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again? But answers there came none. And this was scarcely odd because they'd eaten everyone. The end. Hooray! We did that. We did the thing I wanted to do. Hi, Snowy. We're finishing up this stream. I read some books because I like reading. Nice. Yeah. I used to read those every night, like without fail. I used to read them every night. I think when I move just to YouTube and Twitch, I'll do it once a week. I'll make reading a chapter or like 2 or 3 chapters of Oz and my like books a once a week thing, because I felt like I was doing it because I really like doing it, but I felt like it wasn't like something that was special because I was doing it every night and I was reading no matter what. Like even if people weren't here for the chapters, I was reading no matter what. And I think the routine was really nice and very cozy, but it felt like I wasn't doing it for the right people. So I feel like I'll do it once a week. That way the people who like hearing me read know what day to come to hear me read. So maybe I'll do it on like Friday nights. On Friday nights I'll read. Which will be good because then on Saturdays I'll do long brews. Sounds like a golden plan. I think it's a good idea. Anyway. Time to end stream. different end stream than usual, but that's okay. Alright guys, thank you so much for spending time with me tonight. If you haven't heard I love you today, I will say I love you, because you should hear I love you at least once every single day. I love you because hearing it is good for the heart, good for the spirit, and good for morale. Remember to please drink water, to please eat food. I know eating can be difficult, but don't punish your vessel. Your vessel is not trying to punish you. Also remember to please take your medication as prescribed. I know you may not think you need it, but you definitely do. If you are prescribed it, you definitely need it. Also remember to be kind, to be gentle with yourself. You're trying your very, very best, and if no one's acknowledged that today for you, I will acknowledge it. You're trying your very, very best, and I'm so proud of you. You showed up, and that's enough for me, and I'm so glad to have had you tonight and for you to have shown up and tried your very best today. I'm so happy that you tried your best. Thank you so much for trying. And as always, please remember that the mice run the true world order. Thank you, I love you too. Don't ask what that means, because I will never, ever, ever explain. It is almost the day of my model reveal, my new model reveal, and that will be at 9:30 a.m. on Saturday. So June the 3rd, Saturday, I will be doing my model reveal at 9:30 a.m. on YouTube and Irium. It'll be more of a thing on YouTube because it's not gonna just like be on the screen. I can kind of sneaky it and like make it an event, but it will be on Irium and it'll just be on screen. So I suppose if you want it to be special, come onto YouTube. If you just want to see it, go onto Irium. And then at 10 a.m. we will be hosting a Guess Who event with the staff members, quote unquote, of Cottage Co. So look forward to that. If you are interested in the live 2D model giveaway, I just posted the official hard rules with some infographics on Twitter. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them under that comment, in the comments under that post. And again, as always, thank you so much for supporting me. If you want to support Joy Boy June, which is coming up in June this coming year, feel free. We're shooting for the stars on that one, and I really do hope that we get a lot of participants and that all these events go well, because I am enjoying streaming again and I'm having fun. So yeah, thank you so much for spending time with me. I love you. Remember, the mice run the true world order. Don't ask what that means, because I'll never explain. Okay, goodbye. 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 Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Goodbye.